Well, family, friends, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, niggas and bitches. Welcome you to my brigade. We-On-Loc Nation. I got one question for you. Can you, if you have been in any altercation, or if you have been in any type of gang-related situation, or you were in a gang yourself, can you change for the better? Can you change for the better? Hey, Brownie, how you doing, love? Can you change your situation for the better? Now, I was being told that gang members don't do anything for their community. They don't do anything for their community. As a matter of fact, they give the young boys money to do all types of stuff, which in some occasions it does happen. However, in other occasions, you have people within their community who are ex-gang members who do some goddamn good. Now, how often does it happen? We don't know. I only know of those who I show on the internet. I am going to do that for you. But first, I was being called out by one little pipsqueak in Chaotic Truth. Now, I was going to leave this little furball alone because, I have better things to do within my community. And speaking of my community, I would like for everybody to check out the clip. And, of course, I found out I was on the news. Found out I was on the news, being with my community brothers and sisters up there in North Las Vegas. Representing, and may she rest in peace, Sonia Massey. Sonia Massey and her people. May God have a favor on them, and I hope they get the justice that they deserve. That was everybody named Mama know it was a wrongful shoot. Yet people are still justifying it, but I'll get on that a little later. Meantime, in between time, I have to get on this knucklehead in Chaotic Truth because this little sack of you-know-what, trying not to curse, he calls me and Jay Prince. Now, Jay Prince, I stopped following him. He needs to get his mind together. And it's too far gone at this point. And plus he's married. So that's a double red flag right there. And even though I root for him in his marriage, I really root for the brother. That last little video that I saw of him, Jay Prince and Flora, which Flora, if you don't stop effing with me, I'm going to embarrass you like you ain't never been embarrassed before in your life, sweetie princess. I am trying my damnness to keep a lid on it. But if you keep coming for me, dear, I'm going to have to put you in your place. Hopefully that'll be Jay Prince. Not in a violent way. Oh, well, you never know with his temperament, but at any rate, I stopped messing with Jay Prince a long time ago due to the fact that what he puts out online is unnecessary and stupid. He's stupid. Why would you put your kids online and beating the crap out? Why would you do that? It's public, bro. It's public. You beat the crap out of your kids and you cuss at them and all this other stuff. And floor. She's just as dumb as ever. Instead of just putting your hand on the let's just say you're recording the phone, right? Instead of just putting your hand on the camera, cut it off. He get mad, right? He get mad, he get upset. Oh well, right? That's not ultimately what I'm mad at him for. What I'm ultimately mad at him for is this. When we were up on what live was it that we're on? DJ Hamp's live. This might be risky. He goes on in there and says, why are we not putting the foot on police neck, and you know, niggas ain't gonna do ish, and you know, you letting the white man crawl all over you, and we should be doing this, and blah 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 blah. Basically fighting police, fighting the law. I said to this idiotic, foolish boy, I said, look, first of all, you ain't gonna win. You're not gonna win that battle. Off of a couple things. Number one, you don't have a base. You don't have a base. You don't have a community base. You don't have nothing that you can go home or retreat to, or feed the community in case they're in trouble. You don't have no food, no money, no rations. They're gonna cut off all you get into it with the police. They're gonna cut off all your supplies, cut off all your credit cards. You're not going to be able to use anything but cash. And most stores are not going to let you in because you're a loose cannon. And then there's the making of the bullets. You don't know how to make bullets. You don't know how to create your own guns. You don't even have crops in your backyard. Food that you can give not only to yourself but to your family. You don't even share. You don't even have a farm in your backyard, bro. You don't do all that. Instead, you want to go to the freaking homeless shelter and have a free bite to eat, which is so stupid. It's like, bruh, stop acting like you are a militant person, which you are not. You are not a militant person. This is the same Negro that wanted justice for a murderer who clearly ran over 21 people with his car. Really? If you don't get your... Bro, you need to sit out somewhere. But anyway, off of him getting off of that nonsense and back onto this idiotic, foolish person and chaotic truth, because the man called me out and said I didn't know what I was talking about when it comes to gangster, ex-gang members out on the street doing some good, doing some justice, and helping out their community. He didn't believe me, so I basically said, okay, all right. But this is a little preview of what he said. Fair use, fair use.
Still running the younger dudes from prison.
So when I hear some BS, I call it out. But I do congratulate the ones that's doing things in the community like myself. You know, me and my wife got 2 organizations. We do a lot in Detroit for the kids, for the homeless, for anybody that needs help.
Thank you so much. Hey, let Robbie get in real quick for Janet.
Sorry to interrupt you, bro. Can I interrupt you real quick, Chaotic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, I gotta make this quick because I'm at work, and we got some pipes we gotta get shut down. Hey, I wanted to respond to you what you asked about the video and Jay Prince. First of all, what Jay Prince said about nerds and all that dumb shit. I identify as being a nerd, Jay Prince. I get better bitches than yours. I get more bitches than you. I got more money than you. I'm better looking than you. I'm in better shape. I can beat your fucking ass, you
I need to take care of them teeth. Let me continue.
Bitch made ass nigga. I could pay your bitch to commit a
media platforms and acting the coon for click media platforms and
yeah, we don't want to hear
in the exchange between me and Jay Prince, me and E, the man Williams, and Jay Prince and that other buffoon, and you see two black men like me and E, the man Williams, who have high levels of critical thinking, trying to explain to these two niggas that nigga culture, thug culture, doesn't run shit, doesn't run the planet. I don't see thugs don't build cell phones. They don't. They don't do that shit. And so the thing,
it's so idiotic and buffoonery and coonery of him to actually say that most people in their communities don't fix anything. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, they're not. I understand they're not carpenters. Well, some of them actually come out to become carpenters, to become not bankers. I went too far with that one. My bad. Come carpenters, electricianists, stuff like that. And most likely, activists in their communities. But you don't believe that sort of thing. You don't believe that somebody from the Third Street Crips, or the Bloods, somebody from out of that group, you know what I mean, can snap out of that gang life that they're in and actually talk to the boys and girls, or yet talk to the young people in their community, whether they're a junior high or high school. You don't believe that sort of thing, and neither does Sharon, which is quite fine with me. I can give her two lip dicks or whatever they feel. I'll just promote it on my channel and let them see with their own eyes. And if I have to go out and find people who are just that, ex-gang members from different tribes and different organizations, whatever, and have them come on to my show and have them to prove their worth, somebody's in fucking trouble. Sorry about the F-bomb. But I'm quite getting sick and tired of these little Negroes, these so-called niggas that they want to prove, these YouTubians that want to prove so much that the white man's ice is colder. It's quite fine. It's quite okay. I understand it. I mean, you want to kiss white ass so much. I understand. Although I have to give you credit. At least you didn't go 100% coon when it came to Sonya. When it came to Sonya, you said the right thing. Your black soul came to life just for that one moment and said that you were 100% for Sonya Massey. It was a wrongful shoot. That's what you said. And I have to give you props for that. But that would be the only time I will have to give you props, because it doesn't wash away the fact that your skin is dry. Yeah, it's dry. Too much European cream. Too much European cream. How the hell are you gonna be a black man, but you love white people so much? But he's married to an African woman. And good for him. Good for him. Why don't he talk about his African queen? Why do I have to hear that? Look at this beautiful white. There's something about these white women. The white woman is God. I have to constantly hear that shit. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him, including Sharon. I don't understand it. I just don't.
Thing of the matter is that I don't know what the man is talking about. I don't know why he was in the chat earlier, but I would love for him to call in. I don't have a problem with Jay Prince. And thank you so much, Ebo Sosa. And I wish more blacks would embrace logic and reasoning instead of idiots. You know, Donald Trump there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Ebo. Guys, give a big shout out to Ebo.
I don't know what the hell is wrong. Adding YouTube. Let me see. Let me see if I can go further.
Pretty much in a nutshell, the bout it class. The Joint Chiefs of Staff is actually my fraternity brother. I don't know him at all, right? But he's in my fraternity. Do you know who he is? The Joint Chiefs of Staff?
Yeah, I know who he is.
He's the most senior officer in the military. Do you think he's a thug or a black thug and he talks Ebonics and talks that nigga babble?
No.
What is Jay Prince talking about, man? That's the thing that really bothers me with niggas. It's like they don't understand how the real works, man. Surely these thugs should be at the top of the pyramid at every institution. Why aren't they at the top of the? You have thugs in the military, but how come these thugs aren't the officers? How come they're not the generals? You know?
Well, it's like I told you. The thing is, there's like in the black community, or should I call it the thug community? Because it's not the whole black community; it's the subsector of thugs. There is a war on intelligence. There's a war on being good, being better.
Yeah.
If you vocabulary, if you can read, write, do math, stuff like that, they honestly think that you're trying to be white. I've been you have vocabulary, you think you white. I don't understand why they believe that only white people can learn how to read and write. It's like they box themselves off in these little groups in their areas, and they all talk to each other with this Ebonics dialect. And honestly, more power to them. I don't go in there and say, hey, you guys need to be better, because they're not going to listen to us anyway. I think it's pretty.
Jesus Christ. This is Coon City here. Shouts out to Kales and Miss Ocean.
Pretty sad that they believe that they're actually accomplishing something by coming on panels like this and saying, oh, nerds have small dicks. Like, how do you know? Why you, first things first, you a thug. Why you talking about somebody else's dick anyway?
Yeah.
You know that thugs.
Where does he get this from? I don't know what type of first and foremost, we really got to get it together, fam. We got to get it together, fam. We really got to get it together. There is no such thing as a person who would criticize another person for being a nerd. Nerd only means smart and intelligent human being. That's all it is. And they may know more than the average person. There's nothing wrong with that. A nerd can teach me something. Hell, I wanted to be that nerd. But you put that in alignment with getting a woman. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna follow that person's lead. I mean, are we kidding me right now? I just think this is fake. There's no such thing as a gender war, and there's no such thing as I hate nerds. I don't believe in none of that. It's just an agenda to get everybody all riled up and start getting these little views. These YouTubians ain't nothing but dog meat anyway. These YouTubians that go around yelling nigger like this little kite. I didn't mean kite, but I mean dyke. This little dyke right here with this little hair. If you hate niggers so much, then you cut your fucking hair.
That, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are just strange to me. They kind of talk out of both sides of their mouth, and it's pretty pathetic. And I kind of feel bad for them.
Before we get to BD, and I see Peace of My Mind, one more question for you real quick. Now, I like Jay Prince. But again, he's my little test experiment. You know, I study niggas. I don't interact. I just, any interaction I have with niggas is a test. It's an experiment. Now this nigga, he said that, and I've heard this from other other niggas too. He said that at work, he would be more accepted, or he's been more accepted by his white managers because he speaks Ebonics. Now, this is the reason why I still to this day have a level of.
It, again, with the whole Jay Prince thing, people need to learn to leave that brother be. But again, we love the chaos. We love the action. We love we love the shit show. We do. We obviously do. So there's literally nothing that any of us can do about it except, you know, I'm not gonna pin flowers on my channel, but on my channel, I mean, if you can give me different ways to make my channel a little bit more funnier, then cool. Put a comment in the chat or something and give me your opinion, because obviously you think this is fun. This is fun and games. No, it is not. This is a real true brother that needs help, but he refuses to help. He refuses to face reality, and he refuses to listen to his wife, as what we seen. I don't know. I'm just looking at what was. I looked at the tape when Fatty reviewed it. He made a comment on it. I made a comment on it. We saw what we saw. Make your own judgments, make your own conclusions. But I'm gonna let this one ride, because again, I can't affiliate with Jay Prince. As a matter of fact, again, I cut him off for two reasons I already named already.
Of love in my heart for niggas, because he doesn't realize that his white managers are making a fucking fool of him. They don't want him to. A nigga like me, though, I can go in there and I'll run the place within a matter of a year or two. But see,
what is his infatuation with that word nigga? I would like to know.
A lot of these whites, they are comfortable, if in my opinion, with a nigga who comes in talking niggerish or click clack language. Do you agree with that or not? Because I thought that wasn't a strong point from him. I hope he would call.
Well, they see intellectual blacks as competition. They see thug blacks as clowns. They know that someone like Jay Prince will never, ever challenge their job, never challenge their status in the company. I don't care what company it is, Burger King, it could be IBM, it doesn't matter. When someone is talking and acting like a thug, the white people around, yeah, they'll joke and play and shoot the shit with him because they know that person will never challenge them. The intellectual black dude, they're going to be like, holy shit, that guy's trouble, because not only is he smart, accomplished, he also has a whole lot of other benefits that he gets just for being black. So he can surpass me at any time. I heard when I listened to that, and I had to rewind it because I actually missed that part when you played it, but I rewinded it. I couldn't understand how you, honestly, as an intellectual, could sit there and listen to that. Somebody saying I get more respect for talking Ebonics. Yeah, dude, you might want to go back to school. Honestly, that was like the dumbest thing I heard anybody ever say on YouTube.
NBA, you know who Jane Goodall is, right?
Yeah.
She's been working with chimpanzees all of her life, for 50, 60 years. She could have went into modeling or an actress. Wow. She was a very attractive white one. Now, she chose to go into the jungles of the Congo and study apes. So when people are asking me, how do you do it, Chaotic? It's because I'm studying niggas. I study them. I take note of nigga behavior. I don't hang around niggas to hang around niggas. I take notes of what happened. I study to report back. I got a degree in African studies. I'm telling you, man, blacks superior blacks need to do what whites have done. All these sociologists, who's the famous all through college? I kept hearing about Piaget or whatever the fuck his name is. You know what that is, Piaget. They always talk about this fucking white guy, Piaget. He's
John Piaget.
Yeah, Jean Piaget. Oh, Piaget said. I'm like, God damn! I was you white people to stop saying this. Karl Marx said this. Yes, Scott. Piaget said something about it. So I think that black people, especially the superior blacks, to really fix the problem with this community, we need to really study what's going on here. Why did that nigger litter? Why did that nigger just drive 90 miles?
Yeah, he truly hates himself. I mean, we all know that. Us with common sense, we definitely know that. But I want to get to real quick. I want to get to particularly what he was talking about. Hey, Bridge. Another one. Hey, I got called. Listen, I got called out. I got called out by this freaking knucklehead. So I mean, I wasn't planning on doing anything, but he called me out. I mean, I got to put in some work. I got some put in some work. So like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And let me go ahead and transition to what this buffoon coon is. He's not a bunny hopper. He's not a bunny hopper. At least congratulations with that. So this is what he was talking about earlier.
Period. I'm talking about black folks ain't gonna join and do shit unless it's on each other.
No, so that's why I disagree with you. So if something was to happen,
what black group is going around for to whoop that cop for shooting that black woman?
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So I think you're confusing two different things. You're confusing an individual man that had a uniform on that did some foul shit as saying that if America said, "Hey, we are doing XYZ to all our citizens," I think that's what would change the situation.
What would change the situation?
The human beings would say, "No, fuck that. We are not going to do it." The same way how some parts of America was not wearing the mask. They say, "Y'all not going to force us to wear these masks." The same way how they had militias standing their ground in front of their houses.
Mexican men and Puerto Rican men going to fight. Yeah, your black ass
fight you.
Do nothing.
They gonna
hide behind the trees. And people out the trees watching that Mexican man protecting your black ass.
Right. So
you're not gonna do anything.
Hold on, y'all. As human beings, we do not mind rioting and tearing shit up. America so what I'm saying is this: America been rioting in their own country for years now.
White
this is
men
not something that Americans are afraid of. We got what I'm saying is
the Americas. Watch your mouth, Sharon. The Americans, when we loot, are we looting our stores? No, we're looting Chinese stores. Get the hell out of here with that shit. Those aren't our. That's not our shit, and that's definitely not our community. Stop it.
This Jay Prince. Even Americans that when the FBI come up to their property, they would stand tall.
Do shit.
Oh man, you just windmilling right now.
Because he's for America. That's why he ain't gonna do shit. He's for America.
What race of men gonna do something?
I think men that feels a strong sense of urgency. So you have to
right.
Feel
they not black men, or the gangsters will.
What I'm saying is this.
But chaotic.
You don't use them for that. You don't use them for that, Jay. You don't use them for that.
Prince. So here's a problem.
I put the link in the box.
So when we was out here riding, it was a bunch of men in militia outfits, all black men carrying guns, walking in the street. About a couple of years ago.
What year?
I forgot the name. I forgot the name of the organization, but they're organization of black men. They are organization of black men, around roughly 300 of them, and they call black men with rifles, and they went and they marched together in the street.
What's wrong with that?
So you cannot say that it's going to be just a bunch of black men submitted. That is not the truth. That is not the case.
For
that
George Floyd.
Oh. Let me also welcome into the show Chaotic Truth. Good day, sir.
Look at this Uncle Tom ass nigga.
Oh, stop, JP. Just stop.
So, salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Pop.
See, I'll be trying to. JP ends up just keep continuously put his foot in his mouth for whatever freaking reason. It's just like we already know Chaotic Truth is a coon, but it's like at some point, this is just YouTube. Are we going to act intelligent, or are we just going to act like a bunch of just a bunch of bums? What? I mean, Jesus, Jay, it's just I can't associate with that brother no more. I can't. So let's get into why it is that Chaotic got into it with JP.
Positivity is definitely coming your way.
Take that goddamn hat off your goddamn head.
What up, Chaotic? What up, Chaotic?
What's going on? I called in. You know, I just got done. What's up, Reese? I just got done live streaming, and I saw the thumbnail. And I don't know if you guys are still on that topic. And I've done 2 shows about that beautiful woman who was murdered by that degenerate, roided up monster who was kicked out of the military, 2 DUIs. He was a drug addict. All types of write-ups on his job. He couldn't stay at one police department to save his life. And I am in full support of Sonya Massey, and I really one of her family members called. I mean, she was in the chat the day the day after when I did the show. But I am in full support. I think that there needs to be a overhaul in that particular sheriff's department. How a sheriff, because that's not a police department, that's a sheriff's department. How the elected sheriff could allow I don't know what the hiring processes are in that shitty county, but how they could not foresee this happening is absolutely egregious. And if anybody in this chat knows that family, I think we need to but we should support that family 1,000%, man.
I'm definitely am shocked. Like I said, I gave him his props, not flowers. We're not gonna give flowers around here, except for the ladies. But I did give him his props, and I did say that he is not for the righteous shoot of that young lady, right? But that quickly went out the window. Here's what I mean.
I was absolutely egregious. He murdered that woman, and it was. It's hard to watch it, but you got to keep watching that video. It's one of the most egregious things I've ever seen in my life, man. So, other than that, man, salute to everybody in the chat. I want to address Jay Prince real quick. Jay Prince, where's all that gangster shit when the Mexicans driving your thug niggas out the hood? Where all that gangster shit at now, nigga? Where that gangster shit? Hold on, let me talk, dude. Let me talk. Sharon, I was quiet listening to him insult me, right? Can I talk?
They won't
I got you. Jay Prince, let him go, and then you're gonna have to say
it's worth it.
No, it's worth it. It's worth it. I gotta call him out. I gotta call this nigga out. Where all that gangster shit? Where them Arabs at dominating your goddamn hoods, nigga? Where that gangster shit at with them Chinese nigga dominating the restaurants in your neighborhood, nigga? Where that gangster shit? Where was that? Oh, I'm not done. Oh, nigga, now you sat there and talked about me, and I rarely ever say anything back to you when you insult me. Well, I'm asking you some questions. I want to be able to finish. Where was that gangster shit at in the 50s and the 60s, man? When they were bombing those little girls and scaring you niggas out.
He wasn't even born in the 50s and the 60s. JP's damn near what? Almost 40 years old. Stop that shit.
The hood, nigga. Where that gangster shit at, nigga? Where that gangster shit at when you niggas couldn't even protect your own? Where's all that gangster shit at when they tell you to undress when they book your black asses? Where that gangster shit at, nigga? I worked in the jails. I was a probation officer, nigga.
You see, it does not take long for this punk motherfucker. It does not take long for him to just get unraveled and start talking that nigga shit. It doesn't take him that long. But I had to admit, JP had it coming. JP had it fucking coming. So
you niggas ain't gangstered in. You ain't gangstered in no jail. Hey, Gerard, can I talk? Why is this dude talking while I'm talking? I was quiet.
What? I'm not catching that.
Quiet when he was talking. I'm almost done.
You're gonna have the floor, J Prince. I'm gonna give you the floor, J Prince. I promise you. I'm gonna give you the floor.
Can I talk? You talk all that gangster shit, nigga. You talk all that gangster shit. But where that gangster shit at when you in the booking process and the white boys tell you to undress? Tell me I'm lying, nigga. Tell me I'm lying when they tell you to undress, nigga, and put on these clothes. Have your ass naked in front of everybody. Tell me that don't happen in the booking process. Tell me it don't happen. Lie to me. Lie to me. Tell me it don't happen, nigga.
At least they go out downtown.
Shut the fuck up, Floor, and keep collecting food stamps.
I'll call all you gangsters out.
Gangster niggas is the reason why we
nigga. Hey, just mute this nigga. Mute the
J Prince, you almost done. I got you, J Prince. You almost done. Go ahead.
Jay, I rock with you, nigga. But you ain't talking to some little suburban scrub, nigga. I worked in the hood. I went to school in the hood. I went through my project girl phase, nigga, when I was driving at 2 a.m. in the projects to meet up with chicks, nigga. Nigga, I am black. Nigga, I know a lot of you don't believe it, but I am black, nigga. I live, breathe, and sleep it. Forget all these little fraternities that I'm in, etc., nigga. I'm almost done. Where is this gangsterism when the police come and all you niggas get to doing this? Where that gangster shit at when all you niggas put your hands up? Oh. Where that gangster shit at? Y'all ain't.
Yeah. He really is a William O'Neill, but we all knew that. But it was real funny to hear him clown the shit out of this dude. And Jay Prince had no comeback. None.
Ain't no gangsters, nigga. Gangsters control the oil industry. Gangsters control the steel industry, nigga. Gangs control shipping and logistics, nigga. You niggas don't control the.
He said nigger, not nigga. He said nigger. Take notes.
You niggas don't build defense. Give me a gun company made by controlled by niggas.
You're missing.
Red Firestone was built by nigger. Red Firestone.
One thing. You're missing one thing. Gangsters also give back to the community.
Wait, Sharon,
I'm not even done talking. Hold on, I'm not even done talking. And I got niggas cutting me off.
Hold on, let Chaotic finish this so J Prince can get the floor.
Why does it have to be on me? Every time somebody interrupts, he always calling my name out. What? I'm just stating the fact. Which I will be. Don't worry. I will be putting on the screen in a minute. Don't worry.
Let me finish. Thank you. You talk. I sat there. I'm like, why is he coming at me? What did I do? I've worked in the black community. I've done community service. I've been a teacher. But to get spit in my face by a fellow black, how come you ain't checking them niggas loitering? How come you ain't checking them niggas doing crimes in the black community, nigga? But you checking me? You telling me I ain't gonna do nothing? Jay, let me tell you something, sir. I've done more work in the black community in a week than you've done in your entire lifetime, nigga.
Okay.
Oh, that tells me much. That tells me a whole lot. Yeah, you've done more work in a week than Jay Prince done in a lifetime. Jay Prince don't do shit but sell hot dogs. Come on, nigga. What are we doing? Jay Prince, the only thing he does is sell hot dogs. That's all he does. It does other suspect-ish shit. I mean, just what did you say? What does he do? I don't know. Are you talking about chaotic? I don't know. He's done he was a security guard. He's done stuff for his community. I mean, he's a nuclear physicist and all this sort of stuff. No, this is what he likes. He likes people who are up on the up tier, the up top up top tier of famous blacks in America. Although I will say, Izzy Bands, I don't take too much of a liking to Izzy Bands. Not too much. But Izzy Bands did something the other day to prove to this idiotic fool that there are inventors, black inventors, back in the 1800s and beyond, that were inventors in the black community. Inventors, scientists, teachers. This dude says there are no such thing. So there's no such thing as people doing good and they're turning their lives around and giving back. There's no such thing as that. Is that what you're trying to tell me? We'll get to that in a minute.
First of all, I want to start off by saying this.
Nigga.
You,
and I'm calling you a nigga out of love, nigga.
No, you call me ER with a MAGA hat on.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I'm black. I can call you that.
Let Jay Prince get it. Go ahead, Jay Prince. You got the floor. Go.
Well, and you know that freedom, all that freedom and stuff you got, those come from them gangster niggas that rebel against the law, right? Right. Those was the niggas that didn't conform to what the white folks want them to do. Like a Fred Hampton, Malcolm X that used to be in and out of jail, that what y'all would call a Pookie and a fucking Ray Ray, right? All of these little freedoms that you have today come from them gangster ass niggas. Now, what you should be asking, you shouldn't be asking the Pookies and Ray Rays to continue to fight for your freedom and fight for your liberation as a man, right? Y'all educated niggers went up there and got all of that schooling, right? You got all of the degrees and shit like that. So y'all was thinking that y'all finna becoming white, right? To get all this power, because y'all said education is power, money is power, success is everything, and y'all successful, y'all better than the Pookies and Ray Rays. So to pose that question, so to all y'all successful coon ass niggas, how come where is Chaotic Truth oil industry? Where is Chaotic Truth gun club that he created? Right, y'all the niggas said y'all conform to the white man education, and y'all try to y'all shame us because we didn't want to take up that shit, and y'all said this is the way. Knowledge is power, money is power, and you uppity niggas got all of that, and guess what? You niggas still weak as fuck. I'm Jay Prince for president of United Negro Nation of the Black House, and I approve this disciplinary.
He got it back. He particularly had it backwards, but I had to give him an A for effort. I had to give him an A for effort, but because there was Fred Hampton, who helped form the original Rainbow Coalition with whites, with Mexicans. So it was pretty much the Black Panthers mixed with the whites, with the Mexicans, and they tried to form a coup de grace for their communities. And of course, everybody knows that J. Edgar Hoover put an end to all that shit because he knew that a rise of a black messiah was going to come from this 21-year-old man in Fred Hampton. So, with that being said, I guess that's what mainly that crap was all about. Now, as it pertains to me, I said this. I said there were ex-gang members in communities, and especially mine were back in Lansing, Michigan, that formed like these I forgot what they were. I forgot, like community, let's just call them community meetings, right? They formed these community meetings and they had people come from each school, my school, different high schools and stuff like that. I have to call you back. High schools and stuff like that to come to these events and talk about how their life was when they were in a gang. These niggas said there is no such thing. There is no such thing as a gang member helping out kids. Can you believe that? So there are no gang members, ex-gang members, you know, helping out the youth. I mean, I'm not saying they're doing it religiously. I never said that, but I did say that there were those who do help out the community in their own way. Now, there are ex-gang members who literally, oh, you say it's not true? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we want to play. Okay, we want to play that game. Okay. All right. Let's start with this one because this is small. I think. Is it gonna come through? Oh. No. Okay. All right. We gotta play this anyway. So. Why the hell? Okay. Let's play this though. Okay. Whatever. Shut up.
Years ago, the James Clark with Better Family Life found former gang member Kenneth McLean.
You lose somebody around here like every month or so, like it's inevitable. Or somebody in your block is going to die because of mistaken identity.
Better Family Life offers an initiative to fight gang crime. They say there are hundreds of gang members.
Nightbreaker, welcome to the channel.
One of them was McLean.
It's going to change your life. It's going to send you to the penitentiary. Eventually, you're not going to get away with it.
The option is a life of underachievement, the penitentiary, or you may wind up dead.
McLean dealt and used drugs. A series of temporary jobs and watching friends shot and killed in front of his eyes seemed to get in his way of obtaining a college degree. The odds were against him when he decided it was time to turn his life around.
Think about their situation and think about, how much better their life would be if they had more education or just more knowledge on the things that are out here.
And youth violence affects communities big and small and people of all races and colors. Better Family Life is on a mission to make a difference and make our streets safer.
We can't go in and march. We can't go in and hold a rally. We've got to go in and sit down with individuals and bring resources. Individuals will get out of gangs. Individuals will become law-abiding citizens if given the right access to resources.
Reporting from North St. Louis, I'm Kelly Hoskins.
So that's just one. That is just one of those. And it's quite, I just want to say real quick, it's quite sad, family. You do more harm than good. So apparently we don't believe in change. At one point we did, but now since everybody's so freaking uptight, I'll call you later. Everybody's so freaking uptight. Now it's inevitable. Is that what we're doing? If that's the case, we should just pack up and flee America. Or you can stay in America. I'm going to Africa. I'm leaving all you niggas behind. Not you, Bridge. I leave all your niggas behind because there's no faith. There is no faith whatsoever in none of you. And I should have called it out. I should have literally called it out because none of you have any faith. And I'm not saying in the system, but in yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So what good will it do for a person to come out and tell his or her story to keep other brothers, other young brothers from going to jail? What will it take? I guess it's just all make believe, right? I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe that for one damn second. But I'm gonna let this play a little
down
bit.
this residential street, blasting music, smoking weed with expired plates. Why did that nigger do it? And I think black people need to be at the helm of this, NBA. White people can't do it. It's something about when a black man does it and sit and calls it like I see it. Why did that nigger do it? There's a reason why he did it. There's a reason why these niggers are loitering outside of this business. There's a reason why. We gotta study this shit. Why did that nigger? He don't know me from a can of paint. I'm dressed. This happened to me in NBA. I'm in a deep hood in Cleveland. Now, of course, I'm from Cleveland, so I know Cleveland. I walk into a place. I got slacks on. I got a button-down shirt. A little nigger said, "Hey, nigga." I'm thinking, yo, I could be them cops. What? Does the dumb nigger not think?
I'm fine.
Is he this fucking stupid to be peddling drugs and ask a person who's wearing this, "Hey man, NBA, this is really Jay, it's not about Jay Prince. I don't want this nigga to think that this whole stream is about him. It's about the condition of the subculture of blacks that we call niggas."
Well, I watched a movie. It was a vampire movie called Daybreakers just the other day. It's an older movie. And it's a movie where basically, because everybody was afraid to die, they all willingly became vampires so they could all live forever. But the problem was they started running out of blood. So people wanted to go back to being human. Some of them did. But in that movie, the vampire society was separated. They had the vampires that walked around up on the surface. Then they had the ones in the sewers called the subsiders. And that's how I look at our black community. We have the ones that trying to do what's right, trying to be the best we can be. And then we have the ones that want to drag everybody down, the ones that instead of congratulating a black man for being successful opening a business, they the ones trying to rob the place or hate on the dude for it. It's a constant thing. And I have to be honest, I could have stayed in the hood and tried to help. But once I got the money and everything that I needed to get the hell away from black folks, I did. Only black people I go around is my mom, brothers, sisters, and we don't even live in the same city. I live in a different city. I live in Tennessee, as you know, and I'm gonna tell you something. I wish we could just remove Memphis. I wish we could make Memphis part of Arkansas, because Memphis is what the only thing that Tennessee gets known for is Memphis, because of how they act out there in Memphis. It's disgusting. It's like one of the worst. Matter of fact, it's #1 on the FBI's crime list. And it's sad because they could be doing something better with their lives, but they choose to be that way. And I think, honestly, fuck them. That's how I feel. Fuck them.
Before Andrew gets in, when I first started my monologue, guys,
somebody told me I wasn't on mute. You see what I mean? We have completely given up. Well, not all of us anyway. Because again, I knew that there's hope. Because when I was at that rally, that's all I saw. That's all I saw. I saw nothing but hope. In hopes that something will change that day. And something did change. I saw Israelites shaking hands with the nation, just shaking hands and, combining strengths with the nation, of course, with the Black Panther Party, so on and so forth. But these knucklehead motherfuckers don't care about stuff like that. They would love to, instead of them participating, they would rather see nothing but chaos, mutiny, and it's very interesting that a person like Chaotic Truth and either Man Williams, which I'm gonna be talking to on the phone because I don't even want. I mean, I have a special type of relationship with either Man Williams, and I don't want to talk all over the internet and do all this rah shit all over the internet. Not with that guy. It's very telling to me that a person like Chaotic Truth would think this way, but yet he goes on each and every single paddle with nothing but niggas, which is a high contradiction. You hate niggas, but you on the panel with niggas. Make it make sense. It's the same thing with Anton when he says he hates the black community and F Malcolm X, but yet he benefits off of the black community by getting a bag off the black community. Do you see Umar doing that? No. He says, give me your offerings. And what does he do? He puts the money into the project that he has now. People want him to start off small. Why can't you just start off small? This has been for over 10 years. No, it hasn't. No, it has not. But I'll get to Umar in a little bit because, god damn, man. I stay out of people's bedrooms. I stay out of people's love life or whatever the case may be. Your business is your business. But it's inspirational to me when a person comes out of that life, turns his life around, and gives back to his community tenfold, and children come out the way they come out. But you have to blame society. You have to blame society that when you get a particular education, it's like you have to compete for that. You're going to have to work your tail off to compete for those particular jobs that will pay you, possibly give you the six figures that black people do need. But oh no, it's no excuse, right? I mean, get it out the mud. That's what they say. Go ahead and just get it out the mud. Stop blaming the white man, which I do agree. Stop blaming the white man for your problems. Now, the only people that need to know that racism and prejudice still exists are young children. It's like, don't be naive to the fact that there's still prejudice in this country. I see it every day. Just because the world moves at a fast pace because of AI, I'm supposed to stop believing that racism exists? Are you crazy? Hell no. Oh, no. Because again, when I look around, who do I see? Nothing like us. Working in the steel mill industry, working HVAC companies. I see nothing but Mexicans and Europeans, and of course, Arabs. The Arabs and the Jews control the bank and the gas industry. So what do we have to show for it? I think it was best when Dr. Claude Anderson said that we need to get the type of education and the type of jobs that we need to be competitive. But again, they're not going to let you do it because they just believe that you're incapable of that. Instead, they want you to get the type of jobs that Black people really don't need right now. But if I need to work at McDonald's, if I need to work at Burger King for a little while, just to continuously get educated and then one day possibly maybe get those high paying 25, 26, 27, 30, 31-hour jobs, then I guess I'm going to have to do that then. Ain't no shame in my game. I don't have pride when it comes to that. None whatsoever. I've done it before and I can do it again. But I hear brothers when they say, I am worth something. Because if you're going to continuously use me for my vote, my worth better be when I vote and oppose for you. That's where my worth is. But you got to put money behind it. You got to put money behind that vote. The person that you're voting for. The person that you're voting for, you got to put money behind it, and you got to have some type of plan. You got to have a plan with the people that you gather around the dinner table, the at church, anywhere where you have your meetings. That is a must. That's a must. Because without it, what you gonna do? And you can't have people, and another thing, we can't have people like JP in a circle. I mean, he's useful. He might be useful in a fight. You never know. He might be useful, but then again, somebody might give him a gun. He might end up turning the gun. Black women raised over $1.5 million for Kamala Harris's campaign. Now, if she wins, that's going to be one hell of a 4 years. It's going to be one hell of a 4 years. And I'm going to be smiling from ear to ear because it ain't going to affect me. It ain't going to affect me either way because I'm not voting for it. I ain't voting for Trump either. I am not voting for Trump. People have their own ambitions for voting for Trump. People have their own ideologies for voting for Kamala Harris. I say again, they're the wings of the same damn bird. Evil be gone evil. Now, if Kamala Harris bails all the innocent brothers out of jail, then I might have some sympathy for her, but I don't. Because she doesn't believe in reparations. She went all around that motherfucker. She don't believe in giving Black folks reparations, nor will she. All right, talking about giving tax credits. What is tax credits going to do? She going to mess around and get somebody hurt. That's what I do know. And as far as Donald Trump is concerned, well, it's just going to be another one of those 4 months with nuisance and hangings, stuff like that.
I was talking about my frustration as a runner. Anybody hear that part? Now, I've been jogging since 2011, Miss Oshun. I've run marathons, et cetera, et cetera. About 100 times during my jogs throughout the years, there's a grown-ass nigga on a bike riding on the sidewalk, NBA. Hey, man, get out the way, nigga. I'm like, nigga, you can't ride on the sidewalk. It's against the law. Now, the reason why I refer to him as a nigger is because he doesn't have an idea that, first of all, it's disorderly. The sidewalk is for walking traffic. You're a grown-ass man. Get your ass in the sidewalk. But here goes the problem that makes me know that this is a nigger every time. They never apologize. You were in the wrong, the runner, even though you're supposed to be on the sidewalk. And see, a black person would say, "Hey, man, my fault. Whoa, I'm sorry, guy. I'm not riding." A civilized person apologizes, but a nigga doesn't even know that he or she is in the wrong. That's my problem with nigga culture. Hey, we all do stupid shit. NBA, I was driving down a residential street. It's only 20 miles an hour. I must have been going 25. White woman come outside in the middle street. No. Hey, I'm sorry, ma'am. I apologize. See, that's what somebody civilized would do. A nigga like Jay Prince, man, get the fuck out the street, bitch. White motherfucker. No, nigga. These white folks, this dead end street, went to the council. They said, we want this street to be 20 miles an hour. Why? We don't want people speeding up and down the goddamn street. If you set it for 35 miles an hour, motherfuckers are coming out here at 50 miles an hour. So set it for 20. Right? She comes out.
This is the type of dude that if you rolled up towards his crib with the radio blaring, I guarantee you, like, turn that freaking radio down, you nigger. Turn that radio down before I get my shotgun and blow your head off.
There and immediately stops me. Oh, no. We don't do that here. A black person apologized. My apologies, man. Could have been a purple woman in the street. But a nigga would have ran her over. Now, Jay Prince, I don't want to keep it, you know who Daryl Brooks is, NBA?
No.
He's that nigger in Waukesha that ran over
Lord
100 white people at that party. I mean, at that gathering. Remember? Killed like 6 of them.
I heard about it, but I didn't know his name until now.
I was watching the trial, and Jay Prince was first row center talking about he's supporting this guy. I said, this is a crazy. I was like,
yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, that was very, very stupid.
That's when I realized Jay Prince was crazy. Yeah. And so what I'm saying,
that dude. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is about that sidewalk. Niggas are disorderly. Why isn't the nigger riding his bike in the street? It's little things like that, man, that it just bothers me. Why do you think it's in my mind? Oh, go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
Thug culture and the belief that they're OGs and gangsters, it gives them this belief that everything around them is basically theirs to control. So when you're trying to jog down a sidewalk and they riding their bike down the sidewalk, they feel because who they think they are that you should get that. You should be running in the street, potentially being hit by cars rather than them.
I just wanted to give clarification. I've never heard of anything like this before. Maybe I'm out of my element, but I've never in my years of living have ever heard of this trifling ass shit before in my life. Riding a bike I used to ride a bike on the sidewalk, but you have to ride it on the street. I have no problem riding on the street as long as nobody's gonna run me over. But this is ridiculous, dude. There are no gender wars, and there are no such things as making fun of. Never mind.
Riding the bike in the street where it's supposed, like they actually have bike lanes in the roads for bikes, but they'll ride on the side. They will run you slap over, and then it's your fault, and it's because that OG thug bullshit they live by, this fake ass code they got off that Power TV show. It's the reason. They honestly believe in that TV gangster lifestyle shit. They really believe it. And until we can break that fever that they have of believing that they're actual gangsters and thugs, it's never going to end. It's never going to stop. I understand. I run into them kind of situations every day.
Nah, you was a lazy ass nigger that don't even do shit for his community. Well, at least not anymore. Because once the fight is on, it's on. Ain't no quitting me. None whatsoever. If they have the protest again, and if that verdict comes back not guilty, best believe I will be at that rally again. But this time, ain't gonna be no talking. I'll leave it at that.
I do like you. I'm polite. My bad. Like I accidentally stepped on a guy's shoes a couple days ago at Walmart. I said, hey, my bad. I didn't see you. He was standing behind me, so I had no idea. And I walked back a little, stepped on his shoes. I said, I turned around. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Man, old bitch ass, punk ass nigga stepping on my. I said, dude, it's not that big of a deal.
I think he's lying. I think he's a troll, but some things might be true because I stepped on plenty of toes before. I had my toe stepped on before. It ain't a big freaking deal. And he apologized, but all my bad partners like, you good? They usually say, you good, fam? You good? Like, big freaking deal. I don't live in that type of environment. Not saying even if I did shit like that is not going to even occur. I just know my do's and don'ts, my wills and my won'ts, and I'm not going to put myself in a position where I'm in danger. I'm not. But I don't know what these dudes see. I really don't. Maybe I need to live in their neighborhood for a little while.
I didn't even see you. I just walked off. I said, I'm not finna throw down with this crazy dude. I just walked off. Don't you know this dude followed me from the clothing section to the electronic section, yelling and calling me a bitch ass nigga? Walmart people had to literally tell this dude to leave the store. He followed me through the store screaming at me.
I need to have a talk with it. Somebody get this dude's ID, a handle or whatever. So I need to have a little talk with him. But let me, since y'all just came into the chat, welcome. Mike, hit the like button, like and subscribe to the channel and become a member if you're not a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. Let me get into why we are here. Chaotic Truth called me out today and said that there is no such thing as gangsters talking in their communities to black boys and young black boys in their communities. It's no such thing. No such thing. He's seen too many nigger movies. Oh, really? Let me see.
Nigga would have ran her off. Now, Jay Prince, I don't want to keep it from, you know who Daryl Brooks is, NBA? I study him. I take note of.
I think they fantasize the thug life.
Multi-million-dollar businesses while selling drugs and shit like that. And they think that this shit is possible. But them niggas is characters. And shit, it's happened before in our past. Some people have been able to do these things. But we living in a different time now. The drug game, all that shit is over with. The thug life, all that shit died in the 90s. People got to get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely.
Did you catch one of the biggest lies that I caught, and me and Ethan Man Williams caught, was this big lie.
He's talking about me.
Particularly that We-On-Loc was presenting. He was saying that the street thugs, I don't know if you heard this too, NBA, are going around telling young black boys, hey man, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Now, I get it. This nigga didn't watch the Mac. You know, Goldie told the one black boy, don't you ever say you want to be like me. You ever seen the Mac, NBA?
Yeah.
Remember when the little black boy said, I want to be just like you, Goldie? And Goldie said, hey man, don't you ever say you want to be like me. He was a pimp, but that's a movie. I think a lot of these niggas watch a lot of these movies. Ain't no goddamn thugs or gangsters walking around telling niggas to do a goddamn thing. If they did, you wouldn't have niggas loitering, littering, speeding up and down streets, committing crimes, etc. I don't know. Why do you think the We-On-Loc and Jay Prince were lying about that? Go ahead.
It's like I told you the last time I came on. I was in the Crips when I lived in Hialeah, Florida. I was 15. I stayed in the Crips from the age 15 to 17. I ended up going to prison. I told you guys all about all that. No one who was doing that kind of stuff ever stepped up and said, hey, man, don't be like me. Matter of fact, the older guys in our gang were using the younger guys to make money and bring it to them so that they wouldn't go to jail. They knew that because we were underage, we would just go to juvie for a couple of months. The older guys in the gang were just using us. Like we had guys that were, 27, 28, 29, and they would send us younger dudes out to commit the crimes, bring back the money. They'd throw us a couple dollars and they could stay out of jail that way. And even when they went to prison, they were still running the younger dudes from prison. So yeah, older.
That sounds too much like South Central. You remember, Deuce, which was a good movie. I am not gonna lie. That was a real good movie. Deuce said, "Yo, Deuce run 1,000 strong. Hey, you want your black card? You got to pledge your fealty." So, to prove what I say, and I say what I mean what I say. Let's go here because I like to do a little reading. Let's do a little reading together, shall we? Let's do a little reading together. I don't want to add nothing. Right. This brother here, listen. Go the hell away. Like, go away. Go. Why did I could take this out? Just yeah, set off, whatever. Let's see. Former gang. Anybody can see this? Anybody? Former gang member turns life around to become Missouri's 2021 Teacher of the Year. Darren Cockrell, I think that's the name, who was recently named Missouri's 2021 Teacher of the Year, was a gang member by the time he reached age 10. When Darren was 10 years old, he was already a gang member heading down a dark path in life. Life of a gang member. We were, quoting him, we were just already in it because of our family, Mr. Cockrell told Good Morning America of that chapter in his life. I didn't care about books. I had to go home and figure out what I was eating. I had to figure out if my lights were going to be cut on. This year, the 31, well, he's 36 now. The 31, or actually 37, the 34 at the time year-old elementary teacher, physical education teacher who worked in Crestwood, Missouri, is now Missouri's 2021 Teacher of the Year. Quote unquote, I still can't believe it, Cockrell told Good Morning America of the honor, which had been best word on only 51 other people in the state of Missouri. So, in other words, so people who technically have lived a life of, bad choices and stuff like that. I gotta feed my family, blah, 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 blah. You mean to tell me these people can't they can't make a dramatic turn in their life? They have to stay where they are, or rather, I've heard this from Chaotic Truth before. Why did they have to do what they did in the first place? Certain circumstances aren't the same. Everybody's night and day. My situation might be worse than your situation, or your situation might be better than my situation. It all depends upon the circumstance. I mean, everybody makes bad choices, but I'm just not gonna drown all over it. I'm not gonna wow all over it. I'm gonna have to do something with my life. Just like when Malcolm X did what he did, ended up in jail for 10 years, ended up turning his life around in prison, came out Malcolm. Not Malcolm Little, but Malcolm X. But we don't believe in shit like that. How disappointing. You're talking about after they turn their life around, big homie. He's talking about those living the life. I'm talking about those in between. I talked about those who live in a life and those who have lived the life. It doesn't matter. In or out, we still have people who are like that. We still have people who are in gangs who will give or take, tell people time from time again, don't do this. You don't want to be where I'm at. You don't want to end up in prison. This ain't you. Just go ahead and hit them books. So it's either or. You can't change the narrative on that. You can't change the narrative on that. It's either or. Because you don't know if you have one particular gang member who is so fed up being in the gang that he sees a brother and when he says those things, something's going to snap within him. So you can't say that. You can't say that. We can't run from this type of shit. I don't know if Tukey Williams ever did it, but Tukey Williams paid the price. So let me ask Black America. Let me ask Black America, smash it. Let me ask Black America. So a person who is in a gang doesn't have the right to tell a young brother, rather if he is, let's just start with ages 8 through, I don't know, 16. He doesn't have the ability to tell the brother, no, don't live the life that I live. So you mean to tell me there is no room for that, or that has not happened? Y'all are out of y'all damn minds. Y'all are literally out of your fucking minds. Y'all are literally out of your fucking minds. Because if we don't start from there, how do we know if that brother has not turned his life around or not? How do we fucking know? Or will turn his life around? How about this? If you're looking for something recent, you need to research. Shut up, Trish. Come on now. Come on. I'm trying to be serious. You're just joking. Let's see here. Where is that one at? I'm not playing with y'all today. I'm literally not playing with y'all today. Did I show this already? No, I did show that. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit like, share, subscribe to the channel. The problem with that is those kids are looking for some brotherhood, for the same brotherhood that he was looking for. That's not true. It's not true. That is not true. Now I'll say this. Of course, you're going to have a brother that didn't have a father in the home, and apparently he's going to look for somebody within the brotherhood that can be that father figure, but he's not going to. But that brother ain't going to automatically look for somebody who can potentially help him grow up to be a man. So you mean to tell me you don't have no uncles, no grandfathers, no stepfathers, none of those things, none of those people that can actually that potentially can be in your family. That is crazy to me. That is effing crazy to me. So you can't take I understand that there are the biological fathers. Some of them have gone rogue, which means some of them are gone missing. Some of them are gone astray. Some of them are just pumped and dumped all everywhere. Trish, hush it. Fine. You play. Oops, wrong one. Let's go.
Go to high school, get my degree.
We were driving down the road and he saw Mathnasium.
It was 2 years ago that James Clark with Better Family Life found former gang member Kenneth McLean.
You lose somebody around here like every month or so, like it's inevitable. Or somebody in your block is going to die because of mistaken identity.
Better Family Life offers an initiative to fight gang crime. They say there are hundreds of gang members living in the St. Louis area. One of them was McLean.
It's going to change your life. It's going to send you to the penitentiary. Eventually, you're not going to get away with it.
The option is a life of underachievement, the penitentiary, or you may wind up dead.
McLean dealt and used drugs. A series of temporary jobs and watching friends shot and killed in front of his eyes seemed to get in his way of obtaining a college degree. The odds were against him when he decided it was time to turn his life around.
Think about their situation. Think about, how much better their life would be if they had more education or just more knowledge on the things that are out here.
And youth violence affects communities big and small and people of all races and colors. Better Family Life is on a mission to make a difference and make our streets safer.
We can't go in and march. We can't go in and hold a rally. We've got to go in and sit down with individuals and bring resources. Individuals will get out of gangs. Individuals will become law-abiding citizens if given the right access to resources.
Reporting from North St. Louis, I'm Kelly Hoskins.
Now, I have a question to ask you. Does scared straight count? When it comes to thugs, gangsters, gang members, stuff like that, and you got kids coming up in there fresh out of school to come to a prison filled full of these degenerate ass Negroes. Does it count when they basically educate the kids about not getting into the life? Does that count, yes or no? If it doesn't count, please let me know. If it doesn't count, please let me know. And I'll have to check your sanity. Because I believe that counts. You know why? Because even in the prison system, you still have, quote unquote, ex-gang members, Bloods, Crips, VDs, Mexican, Miles, the M&Ms. What other people are there? I did mention Crips and Bloods, blah, 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 blah. So I'm asking you, does it count when you take kids from schools, kids who are acting up anyway in school? Does it count from there? Please let me know. So if you say yes, then it means that you operate on common sense. If you say no, please bring yourself up here I mean, I'm fair. Please let me know. I wish Chaotic Truth was up here. And I will say to his face, yeah. No, I know. Gangsters telling the kids, they're robbing, they're giving money to, they're giving young kids money to rob the community for them. Not necessarily. It all depends on what neighborhood that you're in. I don't get this. But check this out. I want to play another clip, right? I want to play another clip. Now, this is kind of exciting. I'm excited for this clip. Check this out. This is a church.
You got to move on the cross. Put on Jesus' cross. Fight against the enemy. Because we love you, God. So we do it for you.
This is an essay. Ex-gang member Mike Sullivan pop lock in scripture. Oh yeah, pop lock in scripture. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Put on salvation as your helmet and take the sword of the Spirit, which is the sword of God. So put on the full armor of God. Jesus Christ. I love you, God. Hell of truth. Jesus Christ. Chestnut of righteousness. Jesus Christ. Shoes of peace. Stomping on the enemy. We love you, God. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, we love you, God.
Wow. Look like he turned his life around, didn't he? He pop locking for Jesus. Once a blood, now he pop locking it for Jesus. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah, it counts. It won't change the game. It won't change the game, but one kid is better than no kid. Well, let's focus on this, fam. Let's try to grab as many kids as we can. How about that? I am with that. I'm with it if you with it. I'm with it if you with it. We grab as many kids as we possibly can. Right? It's like one of those bear hug type of moments, and we grab each kid individually and we grab them as much as we possibly can, and we shield them from the enemy, which is the opposite of us. Remember, I don't mess with people over there who don't have a vision. I don't mess with those people over there. Remember, if the Israelites can shake hands with the nation of Islam, not saying that they had any type of friction or anything, I don't know, but when people come together like that, if the nation can shake hands with the Israelites, if they can get along with the Bloods and the Crips, if they can shake hands with one another and say stop all the violence, stop all the killing, didn't we accomplish what did we accomplish? We accomplished something, right? Not a whole lot, but we still got a lot to go. Not a whole lot, but we still have a lot to go. And I'm with that. I'm with that. Really. But the old, you and these butts, but the OGs do need to take some responsibility for this. They talk about the young guys as if they didn't create them. I will tell you this. There are some responsibilities that they have to, the accountabilities. They have to take accountabilities for what they put out there. But again, when it comes to nation building, the old heads go to the old heads who were once young guys. The old heads go to the young guys who will potentially become old heads, and they will tell these these up and coming young heads, yo, we need a better future because they're killing us on a whim. As a matter of fact, the video that I was supposed to be playing, it was one of mine. They're ex-gang members. That were at that rally. Believe it or not, ex-gang members who were at their rally who potentially turn their situation awry. But we don't acknowledge that because we like to acknowledge that Sukihana is trying to get up Umar's, Ifatundeism. They don't want to acknowledge that with strength in numbers, we can do much when we're together. We can't do shit when we're apart, but we're so busy justifying a woman getting blasted because she had a pot of water. We can do so much with strength in numbers, but we're too busy saying that women ain't shit, men ain't shit. I would think we will be tired of this. I would think we'll be tired of the same song and dance right about now. I would think that we will be tired of doing this little merry-go-round type situation. So when Chaotic called me out, I had to do this. I had to do this because apparently, and again, it's still happening to this very day. It's just not on the news as much. It's just not on the news as much. Why? Because that's not their job. Their job, the media, potentially is to continue the chaos and the rains and all this other shit, right? That's their job. That's what they get paid to do. And then, of course, it ends up on Fox News and it ends up on CNN. And aren't these corporations owned by Disney? And Disney is held incorporated in what? Chaos, LGBTQism, shit like that. For your kids potentially to go to school and find out there is a LGBT flag at your school, and you better pledge to that. How do you feel about your children pledging the LGBT flag? There was once upon a time where we were singing the not the national anthem, but we were praising God in schools. We were saying prayers in schools. Not no more. That been stopped. That been stopped. And Clue, oh my God. I have to say, Clue had a point. Clue had a point where this shit is going to come to a head when you have the Last Supper being humiliated by the LGBTQ crowd. If anybody didn't look up that picture, please look it up. I think it was Olympics and them running a marathon, showing the cruise. I'll pull it up. Fuck. It's disgusting. It's freaking disgusting. The Last Supper Olympics. Oh, Jesus, Lord Jesus. Just remember, I did not make this up. I did not set this up. This is effing crazy. So let's see. Skip this. Like, share, and subscribe. Here we go. Olympics open ceremony tab. tabooish, whatever, spark conversations among Christian communities. Oh God, this is so. And you wonder why we can't get along as humans.
But eczema won't show me up because I face bigger obstacles than this. And so have you.
Always anticipating your next flare? Visit facemyeczema.com for tips on speaking to your doctor about eczema.
This is another one of the bridges, a little bit farther down. This is the bridge very close to the Eiffel Tower. And if we talk about food, we talk about music, we also talk about fashion. So many of those things so ingrained in French culture. A little bit of a party time now.
Yeah.
We saw a red carpet earlier. When you think of red carpets around the world, nothing matches the red carpet in Paris. The fashion show in France in the spring brings the beautiful people from around the world. Every designer comes here, so you knew.
Get my point. That's what we want to bring in the schools? There should be more black schools than white schools, in my opinion. There should be more black schools than white schools, in my opinion. You know why? Because they don't educate your children. But yet we're worried about a thug nigga telling another brother, nah, bruh. Go to school, put your head in them books, homie. Why is that so effective? Ineffective, I mean. Why is that so ineffective? Because we expect a black man in a suit and a tie that is a Republican to speak to your kids? Or worse yet, a Democrat who's a brother or a sister, technically, allegedly, coming up and talking to your kids about stay safe away from drugs, but yet they steal from you. They steal from you. They don't give you anything. You vote for them. You wait for you beg and you plead and you wait 4 years for something to happen and nothing happens. But yet you expect me to vote for you. Expect me to do something for your kids. And they don't do shit for your kids. But somebody who has done some criminal acts and has turned his life around, you particularly have a problem with that. It's a crazy year, y'all. Crazy year. I'm gonna see what else I can. Something else I can find. I'm gonna transition. I'm gonna transition over to something that's useless, and it's like I'm just gonna show this, and I'm gonna be done with it. Wait, did I show this? Ladies and gentlemen, what you are seeing right now is Dr. Umar. I think he was in Florida at the time doing a lecture, and apparently Sukihana was there. Like, come on, like Sukihana and Dr. Umar, they're in a relationship. They're in a relationship. Oh my God. Dr. Umar getting in them guts. Dr. Umar is getting in them guts. But he got 2 baby mamas. Why he ain't marrying them? Stop, y'all. Stop. This is little to do. This has very little effect, very little to do with nothing. Again, you're trying to find some things. All you niggas, angry man, all you motherfuckers are trying to find something. That's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stick. It doesn't mean anything. He takes pictures with women all the time. He took a picture with me. Remember? We bumped. We just pop fists. Y'all some stupid ass Negroes. You mean to tell me that's the listen? Look, I'm not gonna argue with y'all. Look in the upper left, look upper right hand corner. That's me and Umar about, I would say 7, 8 years ago. He takes pictures all the time, fam. Why is this a problem? I don't know. But again, it has much to do with nothing. Nothing. Because he takes pictures with females all the time. But I guess, again, with Sukihana being the so-called rap star that she is, but she isn't anymore because she's out of her contract. She basically, I don't know if she's turned her life around or not, but her taking pictures of Umar, taking pictures with Umar, it's an issue, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. It's much to do with nothing. But I will say to all the YouTubians out there, stop it. Again, somebody who can literally turn their life around, literally, who wants to, excuse me, I said that wrong, who wants to turn their life around, literally can't do it because they're going to be known as a thought. It's going to be known as that person who gets their groceries ate. Umar don't care nothing about that shit. All he is just taking photos with a whole bunch of females that he does all the time at his lectures. They literally sit with him and say, you want to take a picture with Dr. You don't have to take a picture with him. You don't have to. While he's with his book, he signs the book, he gives it to you, takes the picture, you're on moving on with your life. I don't know why this is a problem, but apparently, again, this is some need for attention. This is some need for attention. You're looking for something. You're looking for something. You're looking for something. Oh, I found something that we can talk about. Content. Grab the little pussy grabbing ass niggas. I'll be bold enough to say, if Dr. Umar is hitting them guts, so what? So he's single and he can do whatever the hell he wants to do. He a grown ass man. I wish people would just stop with coming into somebody's personal business type of shit. What does that have to do with your situation as a man, as a woman? What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. You are literally criticizing a man who has a following, even with certain superstars. I don't know how big of a following when it comes to celebrities. I don't know how big of a following he has, but one of them happens to be Sukihana. And this is the 4th time. This is the 3rd or 4th time they've seen each other. I hope these two get married. How's that? I hope these two get married. I hope these two get wedded. Because apparently his situation with his baby mamas, which you motherfuckers don't want to get married, so why are you in his business? Most of you motherfuckers don't even want to get married to the woman that you're with. Oh, I forgot. You're not with a woman anymore because apparently you're arguing that I can't get a woman because there are no good women because they all got bodies on them. Blah, 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 blah. They have too many kids out of wedlock. Blah, 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 blah. Sukihana got kids. Umar got kids. Hell, make a family. I don't care. I do not care. Get out of people's bedrooms. Get out of people's relationships. He doesn't have a relationship with this woman. It is merely a meet and greet. But he kissed her. So? Y'all niggas are disgusting, yo. Y'all niggas are fucking disgusting. Ooh. Wait, hold on.
You know your song, right?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Nah, you've seen it already. So we're gonna close out that tab. I got to disagree with you, OG. He tells men they should or shouldn't date all the time. What? You should or shouldn't date all the time. I never heard him say that before. Wait, maybe I'm reading it wrong. Let me read it again. I disagree with you, OG. He tells men who they should or shouldn't date. Oh, you talking about the whole snow bunny thing? That's up to you, fam. That's up to you. If you want to fuck with a snow bunny, go right ahead. Says something about you. Why would you want to fuck with a white woman anyway? What do you and that white woman have in common? Not a damn thing. Well, what is it what is you gonna get with a white woman you're gonna get with a black woman? What? Some coochie. Please. You're gonna be wearing glasses with a tie with a with a sweater on. You're gonna tie the sweater into a knot and drink milkshakes and shit. Nigga, we will pull your card so quick. It doesn't bother me. It don't bother me. You know why? Because let me start off with this. As far as white people are concerned, they literally smell like garbage. White people literally smell like garbage due to the fact that they're around fucking garbage. And each and every time I see a white woman and she's with a black man, my teeth crunch. I was like, my teeth are like this. And the only thing I think is Emmett Till. Oh, everybody's forgotten about Emmett Till. Everybody's forgotten about Emmett Till. But people say, oh, he should have been gawking at a white woman. Really? Says something about you, bro. It says something about you. He says we should marry women that already have children. Let me give you context before you start jumping into conclusions. If you are single and if you want, if it's your desire, if it's your want, if it's your need to be with a woman, and if she has kids, maybe you should work that out. If you don't think it's going to work out between you just because she has kids, cool. Get with somebody who don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? But apparently at some point, I think you want to get with a woman with kids. But I would put it like this. He's also had stated that a single father with kids should get with a single mother with kids. He has said that also. He's not stupid. He's not dumb. He is not dumb. But I often hear some lazy motherfucker say, well, why do I have to take care? I think you listen to Anton too much. I'm just speculating. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, just say I'm wrong. But I think you listen to Anton too much. Because I don't think you should get with a woman and take care of her kids. How do you know she wants you to take care of her kids? Have you met a woman who flat out said outright, I want somebody to take care of me and my children? I've never heard of that before. Maybe I'm naive, but I haven't heard of it. I've never heard of a woman say, I want somebody to take care of me in my situation. It's never been heard of before. It's never been heard of before, and it's unrealistic. But again, if you want to do that, then you have to have the conversation with her. Just don't go into it. You just with her because she got titties and she got ass. That's the motivation with most niggas. She got big ass titties and a big old hole. And your main mission is to fuck and duck. That's your main mission. You need to cut all that crap out. Because the woman that just came out and said she had HIV from a person she got drunk at a party at, people tend to forget there are still some live diseases out here that you can still catch being with a woman, having tetracycline or some shit. And you wonder why you're going like this, but you ain't scratching your arm. When you scratch your nuts and you take a shower and you still scratching your nuts, oops. Somebody need to go to the clinic. Guess who had a big fat dose of penicillin? Everybody is a victim. You can go see them, and you'll hear more claps than the Coliseum. Sitting there all quiet and embarrassed. Up there go that bitch who was careless. I remember she wouldn't give the cot to anybody who lived on the block. Now, ho, look what you got. Bend that big ass over for that shot. Because this town is piping hot. Drinking like a faucet. I'm glad I didn't toss it. Got you a college boy who was worse than me. And he probably fucked the whole university. Still wanted him to dick you down, kick you down with some bucks. Now who got what? I love that song. Look who's burning. Yeah, see, y'all niggas be careful out there. Y'all niggas be careful. But that's what potentially you got to be smarter than that. You have to be smarter, and you have to say, look, bruh, I don't want a woman with kids. Okay, don't get a woman with kids. But don't sit there and argue. Don't sit there and just yab about it for 10 hours. I don't want a woman with kids. It's 10 hours. Y'all talking about nothing for a whole 10 hours. I don't know whose stream it was. I don't know if it was Hamstream. I don't know if it was Izzy's stream. I don't know what stream it was, but y'all was sitting there for 10 hours talking about this dumb shit. That's crazy. You should want, and I say this with all sincerity, you should want to get with a woman with kids, but guess what? There shall be stipulations. These are not my kids, and nothing is coming out of my pocket. Let her know. Let her know. Nothing is coming. If anything does come out of my pocket, you know what I'm saying? It's because I'm generous with it. But if I'm generous enough to give you money for, say, food and stuff like that, right? Then cool. I don't have I have no problem with that. But what are you willing to do for me? Those are the type of conversations you should have. Just don't jump into anything. But particularly Ifatunde always tells people to have an open mind and get with some. It's just his demeanor catches people off guard, and it's like, he's saying what? He wants to do what? He wants us brothers to do. Why is he blaming us brothers? Because some of y'all brothers act foul. The truth is the truth, whether you like it or not. You do act fucking foul. Get over it. You act foul in a motherfucker. But then you start running to these jokers, these red pill motherfuckers. I can't stand red pill people. I cannot stand red pill people for all the life of me. They should take lessons from E5. They should. They should start taking lessons from E5. Don't drink from the river of illusion. Don't drink from the river of illusion. Let's see here. These niggas is still up. Let's see. Let's look for E5. Let's look for E5. Oh Lord Jesus! It's a hug. It's a hug and a kiss, y'all. It's a damn hug and a kiss. Why is this such a problem? A hug and a kiss. Why is it such a problem just to have a hug and a kiss? I think deep down, you want Dr. Umar to be cold-hearted with you niggas. I think that's the case. I think that is the case. I think you want Umar Johnson to be hardcore with you niggas. And I will be doing a live stream, I think tomorrow, about this Dan Calloway nigga. This nigga is really starting to get on my nerves. I think I will be doing another set on it. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 freaking second. Let's go here, shall we? And I don't know why people are so up in arms about him and Bronny. I don't know why. Let me see. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh yeah, this one.
Portal until he stopped dating white women?
Yes. Bronny James took a Caucasian to the senior prom. And as you know, celebrities are role models. Our children look up to them, unfortunately, because most Black professional men have abandoned our boys in the inner city and in the Black community. They don't have successful men around them. All Black men, most Black successful men have moved to a white neighborhood. So Black boys have to look up to rappers. They have to look up to athletes because all of the successful Black men have turned their backs on them, right? So Bronny James being a role model and being the son of a Lakers legend and an NBA great, Black boys are going to look up to him. And when our boys look up to these celebrities' art, they want to emulate them. And so if Bronny James is running around with a snow bunny, Black boys are going to want to run around with a snow bunny. So me personally, I like the idea of LeBron playing with his son. I think it's a good thing for the community. I think it's a good look for Black men. We don't see enough of father-son love publicly demonstrated. So I think this is just a good thing to re-energize our men. But if he's going to run around with a white girl after the games and outside of the games, then that's not a victory for me. So if Bronny James can somehow detox, he needs a snow bunny detox. If Bronny James can somehow undergo a snow bunny detox and leave the white girls alone and get him a sister, then I want to root for him. I want the young brother to do good. And it's a shame that all these Black people are trying to embarrass this young brother, humiliate this young brother. I mean, every game he plays, I don't even be looking for Bronny James stats. Every game he plays in the summer league, somebody's blasting his field goal percentage, points he scored, minutes on the court. They're trying to humiliate and shame him. And they're doing it.
Well, the reason why they're doing that is because they expect potential out of this young man. Because his dad is a legend. He's a legend because he ended up joining with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, Miami. Stop it. Not saying that LeBron is, a good player. No, he's a great player overall, but he will never be Michael Jordan. He will never be Michael Jordan. He will never be Magic Johnson. He will never be Larry Bird. He will never be Isaiah Thomas. He will never be fucking Kobe Bryant. He'll never be none of these cats. None of them. None of them. But he's up there. And apparently, not every kid that is a famous legend is related to a famous legendary NBA player comes into the NBA and dominates. Not every kid does that. Right? So apparently it's going to be growing pains for the young man.
To get at his father. They're not doing this to get at Bronny. People are jealous of LeBron because of his stature, his status, his success, and it's lashing out at LeBron through his son. And it's a damn shame because they didn't do this to JJ Redick. I don't see JJ Redick getting half the smoke Bronny James is getting.
No, he's getting, you didn't hear? He's getting married to Sukihana. Yes, he's going to marry Sukihana.
JJ Redick didn't have no right to get that Lakers job. What did he win at Duke University? Nothing. What did he win with the Clippers? Nothing. What did he win with the Sixers? Nothing. Did he ever get a Defensive Player of the Year award? He might have won a three-point contest, at the All-Star weekend, but JJ Redick has no worthwhile accolades that would justify him being a rookie coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that has.
And apparently you don't get it. Apparently, you do not get it. This is what we need to stop doing. If we're going to criticize, if we're going to talk shit about black families disappearing on a whim because we're not married to each other, and technically we don't have to marry one another to be a family. But since you want that tradition so much, why is it that we apparently can't get with the young brothers who are apparently getting with these ugly ass white girls in school? And for what? Love. Please. Love in this world does not exist anymore. Especially when it comes to little daddy's little girl. And if you fuck around with daddy's little girl and something happens to her, you're under the jail. And it used to be, my man, you couldn't even look and sniff at a white girl. You couldn't even gawk at a white girl, let alone touch her. You would lose your life, literally. But no one, everybody forgets about that. No one likes to read in the history. Everybody's all blind. Everybody's putting on fucking blinders onto the world. But no, you're gonna suffer. Each and one of you people that love white women so much, and this is for the women too. When you all love these white folks because it's a different year, it's a different time, and blah 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 bullshit. They'll treat you just like freaking a black man who was accused of doing some shit. They'll hang you just as fast. I don't know why you don't fucking see that. Look what happened to Jonathan Majors. He was supposed to play a part in not in Iron Man, but in Doctor Doom. They took that away from him. All because he ran away from a white girl. Said that he did some malicious act towards her. But y'all don't think. Look what happened to Cuba Gooding Jr. Look what happened to Stacey Dash. And did Serena Williams get a divorce? And the only person that I know who is still in her marriage is Eve. Y'all don't pay attention to shit, bruh. But get with your white bitch.
2 all-time NBA greats on it when you got Sam Cassell still sitting on the bench. Sam Cassell, back-to-back NBA champion. Sam Cassell, with the winning record he has as an assistant coach, he's right behind Tyronn Lue in terms of someone who should be getting a chance. Why is J.J. Redick getting a chance? Because he's white, and everybody knows that. But I don't hear no smoke for J.J. Redick. But all of this shame and all of this sarcasm and all of this slander being directed at Bronny James while J.J. Redick gets a pass. It just speaks to how much black people hate each other. That's what it speaks to. But I'm going to vote for Bronny James. I want him to do well. You know, his father is no activist. As I've said, when the whole Palestinian-Israel thing broke out, LeBron James and Floyd Money Mayweather both jumped on the internet and declared their support for Israel. You know, so LeBron James is definitely a company man. He ain't nobody's activist running out there, you know, supporting Israel to the detriment of, you know.
D5, 90% of your basketball players, as well as your football players, they're bought. They're bought, paid, and they're sold their souls down to the highest bidder. They ain't no damn activists. They might scream Black Lives Matter because somebody else said it. Come on, bro. When Trayvon Martin got shot, yeah, they, you know, made awareness about the shit, and they put on the hoodies and all this other shit, but they didn't do anything else about it. They ain't no activists. They don't get paid doing that shit. It's like Hollywood. No one likes to be a revolutionary, let alone black.
Palestinians who are being destroyed and being humiliated and exterminated. So LeBron James clearly gave up his activism hat when he ran out there for Israel, but I still want to see him and his son be successful together because that's something our boys and our men need to see. But Bronny James does not deserve all the criticism he's getting from black folks.
So I'm here to check out Keith. He's in.
Nope. And it's sad too. It's sad, but that's something that we're going to have to deal with. It's sad because no one in Black America wants to be black anymore. It's simple as that. But you got to change your situation. You have literally got to change your situation. Oh, Dr. Umar gets, the police called on him. Oh, did I forget to mention that after the whole Sukihana thing hit, that Ray J had the nerve to challenge Umar? I think it was some degree of Suki's mind back. You need to back off. And Umar just said, "Man, back the hell up off me, bro." When I looked at this is on you can look it up. Let me see. I'm gonna go to IG just to say this is breaking news. Dr. Umar is beefing with Ray J, Brandy's brother. Don't nobody familiar with Brandy's little brother. Don't nobody give a fuck about Brandy's little brother. Don't nobody give a fuck about Brandy. Who the hell is he? Let me see. There we go. There we go. All right. Fair use. Just to show y'all I ain't bullshitting. Voila. I'll read it. It says, Suki is my girl. Stand down, fam. Ray J. Ray motherfucker. Is that? Yep. That's the actual real Ray J. And I said, y'all niggas is not serious. Hold on. That's Ray J. Let me take this off. So let me take this fair use thing off. Let me see if I can blow it up. Let me get big frame. And there it is. You can't see it, but it's right there. Ray J, Ray J said you need to stand down. Oh, whatever, nigga. Don't you got problems of your own? Don't you got problem? Why is my phone in it? Don't you got some problems of your own? Hold on, I need to see. Hold on. Oh, okay, cool. And Umar says, "Good brother, I don't take orders from men. Do you do you, and I'm going to do me. With that being said, we can leave it right there, bro. We can leave it right there." So he's going after Sukihana. Everybody's going after Sukihana. But what has Ray J built for Black America? What has Ray J built for Black America? He works for his right predecessors. I don't want to hear from a fucking Ray J. I don't want to hear from Ray J. I don't want to hear from Ray J. I don't want to hear from Brandy. I don't want Brandy. No disrespect to Brandy. I don't want to hear from her. I don't want to hear from no celebrities whatsoever. Celebrities, all they do is talk a whole bunch of shit, give money to some white organizations thinking that they're doing something for black folks, and that is it. That is it. When are we ever going to do? If you don't want what happened to Sonia Messi, it's like I said, you get up off your ass and you do something. What that is, you figure it out. What that is, you figure it out, Nick. But if ex-gang members, whatever the hell, take their time out of their livelihood schedules to teach high schoolers and junior high schoolers and high schoolers that it's unjust to live the life of an actual gangster. If they take their time out of prison, and remember, these guys are doing 25 to life. These guys are actually doing 25 to life in prison. If the warden can grant kids coming out of junior high and high school to meet with these brothers, even on the street, even on the fucking street, taking their time out their little busy schedules to say to some brothers and sisters in the community that it is wrong and do not take the path that I've taken. If anybody has not seen Scared Straight, you need to watch it. If anybody who has not seen Scared Straight need to watch it. I'm so disappointed in us. It's like we don't see this often, which I declare happens quite often. It's just not shown on television because that's not what you're gonna get paid off of. They go through a script. It's chestnut checkers. Let's see. What is the... Here we go. This is old, but I gotta show this. This is one of my favorites. This is old. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of my favorites. Since nobody, no gangster shows his shit. I'm like, nigga, please. I gotta show this. This is an old clip. I mean, there are recent ones, but I have to show this. This is too...
Smoking, slacking, little sucker you are. I've been through jail and everything.
When you pass up, top 30, and you too, no wise guy. Father? No, my dad offered to go. Shut the fuck up.
This world rejects me. First thing I took was when I was about like maybe 11 years old, and my cousin gave me an idea, and we were buying a newspaper for my dad, so he put the porno magazine in the newspaper and paid.
Take a good fucking look at it and pass it back.
And just in case you're gonna ask me, how come there ain't no black kids? There's one black kid right there.
Shut my fucking handle in its original form. Just a crude piece of steel. Today, this is a .40 caliber.
Watch how you pass them things.
Brass knuckles on the outside, modified version on the inside. Just a piece of 1/2 inch by 6 pipe. You weld some bolts on, you catch a Joe right in his eyes, you pull his eyes right out. But see, we don't care whether you're blind, crippled, or crazy. You represent dollar signs to us. Take them to the top.
All right, let's go. Move it out. Keep it tight.
One to one officer, one to the other.
I would love Chaotic Truth to see this. Come on. I would love Chaotic Truth to see this shit.
Put your feet apart, your hands apart.
Big ass pants. I'm saying, get right there.
See the lieutenant right there. Get your hands up. And then go over to daddy.
Put your nose right there. Right there. You want them big ass pants.
I'm not looking at your face.
Your right hand step. Wake up. Pay attention to this stuff. Give me your control. Step out.
Single file, right in this row of bricks, right up to the chain link fence, face forward. That's how you get the
This is only the tip of the iceberg. Hold on.
Open 13. Don't you see all this glamorous shit? Hit the wall this way. This is where we eat. This is where we sleep. This is where a lot of us did a whole lot of motherfucking time, right? This cell right here. This is the end result of fucking crime, man. Look at where we shit at. Feel the bed, man. And although you see all this glamorous shit, like a TV and a radio, it really don't mean a goddamn thing, man, when you doing the rest of your life in prison for some dumb shit. Wake up, pay attention, and listen to those guys what they got to say, man. Get your punk ass back.
Oh, they don't teach anything. They don't teach. Oh, we're gangsters and we don't teach anything to the kids. Please.
Going on, open 13. Open 13.
I told him that's not going to last. You know, I said all these tough guys are dead, and if you go out there, you're trying to be a tough guy. There's always somebody is tougher than you are.
If it weren't for the incident that happened in school, I think I'd still be in school just because of the teacher. If she didn't put her hands on me, I wanted to hit her, but instead I just threw those tears, man. So
I wanted to hit her. Again, this is 20, 30 years old, right? And there are recent ones, but this is not the point. This is my favorite one. This is the one I would like to show. You know, I'll tell you.
they say I can't come back to the school.
Let's go, man. Get you fucked up, you big fat young dumb motherfucker. That's right. Man. Get your line up. Did you tell my man you had an attitude problem or some motherfucker? You gonna allow these motherfucking lights to get you fucked up, you big fat young dumb motherfucker? That's right. Huh? Sit on the motherfucking bench. That's what's wrong with you young dumb motherfuckers, man. Taking life as a motherfucking joke. Why you coming today, you big fat funny looking motherfucker? Why you coming today? Could you talk? Yeah. Why you coming today then? See, this dumb motherfucker don't really know why he came here. He came because you got an attitude problem. That's why your young dumb ass came here today, man. Drunk kids don't come inside somebody's prison, man. Wake them up. Miss Wayne, your young dumb ass, you got a problem. That's why you inside somebody's prison. Back the fuck up with the cameras, man. Back the fuck up. I'm gonna try to give your young ass something today, man. If you want to hear what the fuck we got to tell you, get the fuck off our stage right motherfucking now. We ain't your goddamn brothers. Didn't I tell you back the fuck up? Get the fuck off the goddamn stage. Get the fuck off the stage. That's right. Now I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers one motherfucking time. I want everybody on this motherfucking stage to take your motherfucking boots and your sneakers off right now. Take your shit off. Take yours off, you big fat shot motherfucker. Toss some sneakers against that wall over there. Throw them against that wall over there in the corner. Throw them against, hurry the fuck up. Motherfucker, boy. Now when I tell you motherfuckers to pay attention and to keep your motherfucking eyes glued to the man that's in front of you, that's what the fuck I expect you young dumb motherfuckers to do. You're gonna have
Now remember, it was told to me that gangsters don't talk to the youth. What do you think this is? Talking to the youth.
guys get in front of you and tell you about the things that go on inside these prisons, man. You know, what we gonna tell them. From the rapes, the murders, and the motherfucking suicides. It ain't where the fuck you from, it's where the fuck you at and what direction you going in. So my man right there in the Navy shirt, what you want some type of attention or something? Huh? You want some type of attention? Huh? Then why the fuck you ain't keeping your eyes on me? Didn't I just say keep your eyes on the man that's in front of you, boy? Huh? Can you understand that, motherfucker? Yeah. Make me repeat myself again. I swear to God, I'll murder your faggot ass up on the stage. Now, when I tell you I'm gonna hit the floor, I want everybody ass hit the floor all in one motherfucking motion. Hit the motherfucking floor. Now, put your knees in your chest. Get your fat ass over here. Crawl over here. Come over here for a minute. Get over here. Get over there in the line. This boy right here, to this big fat motherfucker, move my line in nice and tight. Take your motherfucking brains out your ass and put them back in your motherfucking head, man. Right. Y'all inside of a maximum security prison on a school day, man. That's right. So listen the fuck up. And most of all, remember this shit. The life you may save just may be your motherfucking own. Right. Somebody get it. Little boy, move over.
Somebody
move
get
the line over. Shit.
That's the reason why.
Day, man. We got to come on this damn.
This is the reason why I wanted to play this. Because of this brother right here.
Stage and talk to a bunch of damn kids acting like they don't know what the fuck's going on with their life.
He looked just like my next door neighbor, across the street. Back in Lansing, Michigan. He looked just like my neighbor.
This is my motherfucking job now to get up here and try to give something to your motherfucking ass. And all you got to do is listen today to what we gonna give you, man. That's what you got to do. Stop all that bullshit and try to be something in your goddamn life. Besides a motherfucker like me and my motherfucking comrades, man. This shit hurts, man. How in the fuck you can get in that little ass cell over there and do all your motherfucking life in that motherfucker? How can you do it? How can you do it, boy? You can't. I ain't got nothing. No mother, no father, no brothers and sisters. I'm in this motherfucker and I fucked up. And you motherfuckers want to keep doing that shit. That's why when I get on this motherfucking stage and get to talking to y'all, I want you to feel this motherfucking shit. I want you to feel how I feel being this motherfucker. They've been locked up 28 motherfucking years, man. Ain't never going no motherfucking where. I'm here for the rest of my goddamn life. And they just like me, man.
So if you can't tell me that stuff like this doesn't happen, and you want it to happen every day, but y'all keep criticizing, y'all keep criticizing and finger pointing, doing all the finger pointing and everything, and calling each other out their names and shit like that. You got an issue. I would rather the youth deal with this than to deal with these Negroes online. I think it was Michael Jai White that said, yes, the actor. I think it was Michael Jai White that said that kids should be in the military. And you don't need to be in a white man's military. But then again, it might do you some good. That's what I should have said. People don't want to look at this because it's like, what good would this do? It'll good some. It will do. It will make you or it will break you. And this is the reason why I said there are people within the gangsters in the community that do this type of stuff, and this counts also. But y'all don't want to believe me because you think this is some fallacy. It's not a fallacy. It's for real.
You motherfuckers want to come in this shit. You want to fuck your life up. You want to keep doing all that disrespecting shit. Look at this shit. Come here, little boy. Get up. Come here. The little guy on the corner. Get him. Ass over here. Look at this. This ain't nothing but a goddamn baby in this motherfucking prison. Why? You know why he here? Because there's motherfuckers like you and the rest of you motherfuckers that be telling these little ass kids how to fuck their life up instead of telling them to go the right goddamn way, man. Because they ain't got no motherfucking business in the motherfucking prison like
this. This little boy is scared out of his mind.
And you motherfuckers want to keep doing all that bullshit. Now I ask this little boy, look at me, little boy, what the fuck you doing in my house today? And if you tell me a motherfucking lie, I'm gonna moose your motherfucking face up. Now why is you here? No. You messed up. You got to stop acting all like you doing, boy. That's what you stealing from. Who you taking from? Who you took something from, boy? Look at me. You see this motherfucking face? You remember this motherfucking face? Because you never want to meet a motherfucker like me. You understand?
We don't do lives like this. We don't do lives like these, right? Unnecessary, right? Yes. Well, anyway.
So what you do, you get your motherfucking ass out there on the motherfucking street and try to make something out your goddamn self. You understand? So get your motherfucking ass back over there and sit the fuck down. And what y'all got to do, man, y'all got to stop that motherfucking shit. You got to take this goddamn day and realize to your motherfucking self, this is your goddamn day. But if you don't want to listen, you don't want to hear what we got to say, keep doing the shit you're doing. And your motherfucking ass will come in this motherfucker. Ain't nothing I can do for you. Ain't nothing my comrades can do for your ass. But there's a lot of shit that go on in this motherfucker. A lot of shit. A whole lot of things that you would never want to see.
Look at the face. Look at the face. This would actually go on in real prisons. Now, Dr. Umar has spoken in prisons. Dr. Umar has spoken with the Bloods, has spoken with the Crips, right? But we too busy. We too busy with the whole Sukihana shit. Kind of crazy.
Man, but this shit fucks you up. I say in that goddamn cell at night, real goddamn tears come out my motherfucking eye, man. This shit hurts real bad, man. And you motherfuckers want to keep doing the fucked up thing in your motherfucking life. If you ever believe in any motherfucking thing, believe what the fuck I'm telling you today and what my comrades gonna tell you. Cause all that goddamn shit is true, man. So listen to fucked up today, man. Y'all ain't no stupid motherfucking kids. Just making fucked up choices, man. That's what they doing. Somebody get it.
I'm gonna give it to you one time.
Now this is my favorite one.
One motherfucking time. All eyes on the speaker. Remember what the fuck you said? That's right. They call me Crazy Chris, motherfucker. That's right. Crazy Chris, the nightmare man. And every prison there's somebody like me squatting on you. Waiting on you. See, I'm not here. I'm not going to help you when you come to prison, motherfucker. I'm going to work you. I'm going to use you. I'm going to fucking abuse you. I don't know. Hell yeah. Visualize somebody like me stepping to you. What's up, kid? Ride and die. What'd you do, kid? How much time did you get, kid? Tell him, Chris. I'm going to look out for you, kid. I'm going to give you cigarettes, kid, coffee, kid, a sandwich, kid. They said, whoa, this is a nice guy. That's the truth. Then I'm going to push up on you. That's great. Then I'm going to show you the real deal. What are you gonna do? I want to meet your mother, motherfucker. Who do you want? Who do you want? Talk to me. Let's go. Put that in myself. Tighten up. You a bitch. What's your name? This is what I'm talking about. Name Bridget. This is what What's your name now? What's your name now?
Bridget.
Say it loud, motherfucker, like you happy to be Bridget. Look at me and tell me your name. Look at me in my eyes. That's right. Look at me. Turn all the way around. What's your motherfucking name?
Bridget.
Who the fuck you belong to today? Who you belong to today, right? Don't make me break this motherfucker. That's right.
Shit is real. Shit is real. Now remember, I was told again. I gotta look for it real quick. I was told that my computer is slow today for some strange reason. I gotta start washing this shit away. Damn, someone got murdered again. That's a damn shame. We don't even pull it out today. We don't even pull that shit out today. But hold on. Where did it go? What the hell? What was I looking for? Oh. Yeah. Let me see. This is what I was told real quick. This is what I was told. Fair use.
Not walking up to some young kid with a gun saying, "Hey, don't do that." It's just a complete fallacy. I think they fantasize the thug life. Jay Prince don't even look like someone that's actually living that life. He looks like a guy that watches it on TV and then comes on. He comes on here and recites what he heard on a TV show. I don't think he actually lives that life. Honestly,
big lie, particularly that We-On-Loc was presenting. He was saying that the street thugs, I don't know if you heard this too, NBA, are going around telling young black boys, "Hey man, don't do that, man. Don't do that." Now, I get it. This nigga didn't watch the Mac. You know, Goldie told the one black boy, "Don't you ever say you want to be like me." You ever seen the Mac, NBA?
Yeah.
Remember when the little black boy said, "I want to be just like you, Goldie," and Goldie said, "Hey man, don't you ever say you want to be like me." He was a pimp, but that's a movie. I think a lot of these niggas watch a lot of these movies. Ain't no goddamn thugs or gangsters walking around telling niggas to do a goddamn thing. If they did, you wouldn't have niggas loitering, littering, speeding up and down streets, committing crimes, etc. I don't know.
I can safely say that, you know, you can believe whatever you want to believe. It's your right. However, the way you present things, it is so untruthful. Slurring with my words today, Jesus. It's quite draining and it's disgusting. My hands just feel icky. It's just disgusting. It's a disgusting rhetoric. I didn't hear anybody else other than these two motherfuckers. MBA, huh? MBA. I will be seeing him. I will be seeing him. I will be asking this question. So you really think that thugs don't talk to kids? Even in the prison system, they don't talk to kids? Because that counts also. Right?
I don't know. Why do you think the We-On-Loc and Jay Prince were lying about that? Go ahead.
It's like I told you the last time I came on. I was in the Crips when I lived in Hialeah, Florida. I was 15.
I stayed in the Crips from the age 15 to 17. I ended up going to prison. I told you guys all about all that.
I don't know. These dudes, I don't. Some of these dudes, I don't know. The only people that I know is Kels, Miss O'Shun, and Miss O'Shun. That's the only people. Those are your two people that I know. But other than K, everybody knows K. True.
But no one who was doing that kind of stuff ever stepped up and said, "Hey, man, don't be like me." Matter of fact, the older guys in our gang were using the younger guys to make money and bring it to them so that they wouldn't go to jail. They knew that because we were underage, we would just go to juvie for a couple of months. The older guys in the gang were just using us. Like we had guys that were, 27, 28, 29.
Dumb motherfucker. What the fuck you think I just showed just now? Just some dude playing patty cake with young kids? What are we? What? So you look a little bit my age. So you mean to tell me that they don't take high schoolers, or rather junior high schoolers? Let me see. It's about 13, 15. 16. So apparently ninth graders that don't have a control over their life. So they need a little adjustment, right? And if they can't get it at home, who are they going to get it from? They're going to turn it to a life of crime. And then who are you going to blame? So who brung up the idea of Scare Straight? The people were crying out for help. So apparently they came up with Scare Straight. There it is. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Some garbage. Scared Straight program. This is the reason. Yo. This is the reason why I picked this one. I mean, there are recent ones. No doubt about it. There are some recent ones, but this one is from 1999, right? And I had to play that one because the guy that came up, he looked just like one of my neighbors. When I was in Michigan, this dude looked just like that guy. But he didn't have muscles like that. That dude was swole, nigga.
And would send us younger dudes out to commit the crimes, bring back the money, they'll throw us a couple dollars, and they could stay out of jail that way. And even when they went to prison, they were still running the younger dudes from prison. So yeah, older criminals and thugs, they're not walking up to some young kid with a gun saying, "Hey, don't do that." It's just a complete fallacy. I think they fantasize the thug life. Jay Prince don't even look like someone that's actually living that life. He looks like a guy that watches it on TV and then comes on here and recites what he heard on a TV show. I don't think he actually lives that life. Honestly, it just leads to jail or death. That's why I got out of it, because it just leads to jail or death. That's it. There's nothing good coming from thuggery at all. And I'm saying this as someone who has been on both sides. I've been a criminal, and now I'm an upstanding member of society. I know the difference. There's no upside to being a thug at all, except you can maybe someday change your life. That's about it.
NBA, the Joint Chiefs of, and I mentioned this in the and I'm pretty sure if you watched it, you remember me saying this. The nigga said that the thugs aren't the warrior class. I'm sorry, he said that the nerds aren't the warrior class. The nerds aren't the pretty much in a nutshell, the bout it class. The Joint Chiefs of Staff is actually my fraternity brother. I don't know him at all, right? But he's in my fraternity. Do you know who he is? The Joint Chiefs of Staff?
Yeah, I know who he is.
He's the most senior officer in the military. Do you think he's a thug or a black thug and he talks Ebonics and talks that nigga babble?
No.
What is Jay Prince talking about, man? That's the thing that really bothers me with niggas. It's like they don't understand how the real works, man. Surely these thugs should be at the top of the pyramid at every institution. Why aren't they at the top of you have thugs in the military, but how come these thugs aren't the officers? How come they're not the generals?
Well, it's like I told you. The thing is, there's like in the black community, or should I call it the thug community, because it's not the whole black community, it's the subsector of thugs. There is a war on intelligence. There's a war on being good, being better. If you
Yeah.
vocabulary, if you can read, write, do math, stuff like that, they honestly think that you're trying to be white. I've been
Yeah.
you have vocabulary, you think you white. I don't understand why they believe that only white people can learn how to read and write. It's like they box themselves off in these little groups in their areas, and they all talk to each other with this ebonics dialect. And honestly, more power to them. I don't go in there and say, "Hey, you guys need to be better," because they're not going to listen to us anyway. I think it's pretty sad that they believe that they're actually accomplishing something by coming on panels like this and saying, "Oh, nerds have small dicks." Like, how do you know? Why do you? First things first, you a thug. Why are you talking about somebody else's dick anyway?
Yeah.
You know that thug.
As Jay said, I'm like, God damn, I wish you white people to stop saying this. Karl Marx said this. Yes, Scott.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you something. I wish we could just remove Memphis. I wish we could make Memphis part of Arkansas, because Memphis is what the only thing that Tennessee gets known for is Memphis, because of how they act out there in Memphis. It's disgusting.
Why don't you pick up your faces, you tally horses, and you do something about your situation, you varmints? People have an excuse. People just complain about everything. Yeah, there's a problem with people sagging their pants. I don't want to see ass crack. I don't want to see none of that shit. Right? They find out in prison real quick the butt crack becoming the new cleavage. Because if I'm a prisoner, and if I've been there for so many years, and I did all that foul shit, like if I was the booty bandit, everybody remembers the booty bandit. I like you and I want you. We can do this the easy way and the hard way. You're gonna be a victim. You're going to be a victim. But we don't have time for all that. Because it's good Lord. Again, I can only point back to when we had a fabulous time at the rally. For those who have not seen it, it's on my other video. We-On-Loc goes to rally representing Sonia Massey. I want y'all to look at that. We-On-Loc represents Sonia Massey, and you will see pretty much everyone in attendance, right? Just black love everywhere. Muslim community, the Black Panther Party, the Israelites, right? The NAACP, so on and so forth. You can't be all up in arms about to say, I hate these people. Why do we have to be this way? Why that? It does nothing. It's like you love this white man. People like Chaotic and people like NBA, they love the white man so much. It's disgusting. Very disgusting.
It's like one of the worst. Matter of fact, it's number one on the FBI's crime list. And it's sad because they could be doing something better with their lives, but they choose to be that way. And I think, honestly, fuck them. That's how I feel. Fuck them.
They don't have anything. You don't have anything to go to other than the jobs that they're not going to qualify for. And we often get told, once we get our degree, we're either underqualified or overqualified. So the society plays a very big part in brothers not getting competing in jobs that they should be in. If you're going to send them to a school, then goddamn it, at least give them a shot, give them a job, give them the job at the field that they want to get into, at least. But no, it's too good for that. You got to bring your old buddies up from 10, 20 years on the job because you don't want to make nobody a pre-apprentice or somebody's apprentice because you're already a pre-apprentice. You don't want to make somebody your apprentice because of the color of their skin, please.
Andrew gets in. When I first started my monologue, guys, I was talking about my frustration as a runner. Did anybody hear that part? Now, I've been jogging since 2011, Miss Oshun. I've run marathons, et cetera, et cetera. About 100 times during my jogs throughout the years, there's a grown-ass nigga on a bike riding on the sidewalk, NBA. Hey, man.
Notice that he loves throwing out the hard ER. He loves that, right? He won't do that being in, say, somewhere in Detroit. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't go face to face with somebody in Detroit and say that shit. He wouldn't. In Chicago, he wouldn't go in Chicago and say that shit to an actual nigger. He wouldn't do that. You know why? Because he will completely humble himself. But he can do it online because he knows he can do it.
Get out the way, nigga. I'm like, nigga, you can't ride on the sidewalk. It's against the law. Now, the reason why I refer to him as a nigger is because he doesn't have a...
I understand. I run into them kind of situations every day. I do like you. I'm polite. My bad. Like, I accidentally stepped on a guy's shoes a couple days ago at Walmart. I said, hey, my bad. I didn't see you. He was standing behind me, so I had no idea. And I walked back a little, stepped on his shoes. I said, I turned around. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Man, old bitch ass, punk ass nigga stepping on my... I said, dude, it's not that big of a deal.
People that accept the blame for the victimization of a culture of people is the white man. See, niggers know that they can rely on the white man to garner sympathy. You know, niggers, they don't want to build themselves up from the pick themselves up from the bootstrap. They don't want to. They want someone to be almost like a savior to them. So they know that the white man will be their punching bag. The white man will be their savior. The white man is almost like a symbiotic relationship of a
whatever, man. You're scum. There's no talking with scum. There's no talking. There's no negotiating. You basically made up your mind as to say there is no community. You just made up in your mind. We will be perfectly fine if you just come out and say there is no community. I would have been just fine with it. Just left you alone, but you end up calling me out. So you end up calling me out. And that's fine. That's fine. That's great. But I proved you wrong tonight. I only wish you were here right now so I can just throw it right in your face. I can just literally throw it right in your damn face. I wish this was you.
Stick your tongue in his mouth.
Who? You belong to you, motherfucker. Right, you do. Now turn around and pay attention, you bitch. And you gotta strip down in yourself. And you gotta put that little steak towel on. That's right. And you gotta go to the shower room where there's 5 shower heads on the wall. 5! And they shower 50 guys at a clip. 50 big, greasy, dirty, just come from the yard pumping iron. Greasy. That's right. And here you come. No. What are you gonna do? And they look at you funny. Say, what's up with this? I'm a man. I stand at a urinal of piss. Why are they looking at me like I'm a woman? That's present. Look at me. You walk in here, watch this face. Look at this face, good. There's somebody like me waiting. He's got a fork and a knife, and the spit is dripping down his mouth like the cartoons. We will eat you alive.
Mike.
Suicide. MTV.
Into the CIA.
Everyone really bad. Everyone has.
That's how, bitch.
Get on your knees.
Make it happen.
Man, fuck, get on your knees. Long as me. Richard, get on your knees. Richard, you heard what he said? Get on your knees, bro. Man, I want you to buck. Buck in front of the camera and knock your white ass out, crap. Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Get on your knees, boy. Save yourself trouble. Man, chill the fuck. Get on your knees. Get off the stage. Get the fuck right off the stage. Fuck out of here.
Let's go. Get your shit and go on stage, man. Fuck off the stage. Get your shit.
Yo, don't get your fucking shit, motherfucker.
Get the fuck out of here.
This shit corny as hell, bro. Coming to somebody's goddamn prison. At the age of 19, I came to this motherfucker. The first speaker came at the age of 14. We got another speaker that's coming at the age of 16, man. Came to this motherfucker when they was kids, man. And they gonna die in this motherfucker, man. And y'all trying to knock the doors down to get in this motherfucker, man. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all lose y'all lives in this motherfucker, man. Each and every motherfucking day, man. White boys, man. How the fuck y'all gonna survive in the prison, white boys? With a motherfucking population, 85% look like me, motherfuckers. You coming in this motherfucker like y'all got attitude. You'll get crushed, man. Keep fucking up out there on the street, and you coming to prison, bro. And when you come, you coming for a long motherfucking time. Trust me when I tell you this, man. Somebody get them fags, man. I want you to come to prison. You know what I mean? You can take your apology and stick it up your motherfucking ass. But when you come in, and when you run into a motherfucker like me, I'm gonna crush you, son. I'm gonna crush you. Trust me, you faggot motherfucker. You apologize to somebody else, nigga. You kiss my ass, motherfucker. Step your punk ass back out here. There you go. There you go. Finish, man. Turn around and face your motherfucking pigs. The cat in the green, you do the same thing. Then step your punk ass up out of here too. Close the motherfucking line. I'm gonna give you something called rules to the motherfucking game. Do you know you'll get 5 years for holding the motherfucker's pack? 7 years for breaking into somebody's motherfucking house. 5 years for loitering in a motherfucking drug zone. Listen. Or 10 years for having a fucking drug cell 1,000 feet from a motherfucking school. They don't know. Do you know that you could just be with a motherfucker that committed motherfucking murder and your ass should go to death row or get 30 years to life in prison just for being there? Tell them what it's called. Do you know that? Tell them what it's called. They don't know that. Now I want to see if you punk motherfuckers is paying attention. What the fuck this program is about? Start with you, because you've been locked the fuck up before. That's the reason why you blocked my mind. So what goes on in here, man? Anything like what?
Anything in general.
Anything in general. What about you? You just here with a motherfucking ride. And you also got a motherfucker up here that brought his father in the Maximus. Stay up. Hell yeah, listen up. Matter of fact, you know who the fuck you is. You step your punk ass out. The motherfucker that brought his pop. So, like, you fucking hands you, son. Long head. Y'all two, get the fuck back in line, man. For 10 days, 10 days. Yo, listen, my man right here. You get back in line. You got something to say to all of us, don't you? That's right. Apologize, motherfucker, for disrupting this motherfucking tour. Punk motherfucker. So, apologize, bitch. There you go.
Sorry for disrespecting the tour.
Who the fuck you talking about? You side to them, or you side to them, or you side to me, motherfucker?
Sorry to
You
everybody.
side to every motherfucking body. Now get your punk ass on back in the line, and I'm spitting in your motherfucking face. And I know you don't like no motherfucking nigga spitting in your motherfucking face. There ain't a motherfucking thing you can do about it. Now get your punk ass back in the line, motherfucker. Get the hard shit fucked up. Yeah, then wipe the spit off your face, you faggot. And I know you don't like that. Only motherfucking get killed. Now get to this kid here. Why you here? Stealing. What the fuck you doing? Bites. I'm quite sure your father got an excellent motherfucking job. You don't pay no motherfucking bills, do you? No. I know motherfucking well you don't. He feed and clothes your punk ass, don't he? Yeah. But yet you out there stealing, motherfucker. Gotta sense that man. That's right. You got everything coming to you on a silver motherfucking platter, but you don't appreciate that. You going out taking from another motherfucker. Want to be done. You should beat his ass. But this is how you reward your motherfucking father. That's it. Who the fuck you tell him you love? What do you tell him? Educated. What do you tell him, motherfucker? You ain't gotta be no sissy to tell your father that I love you, pop. And you lucky to have a motherfucking father. You ever told him? That's right. But you know what? No matter how much his father loves his motherfucking ass, if his father was to step up on this motherfucking stage and try to save his motherfucking ass, we would stomp a mud hole in his motherfucking ass. And a motherfucking thing he can do about it. That's not a thing. No. And his son would be a motherfucking bitch when he walk inside somebody's motherfucking ass.
What's real is real. What's real is real. And I would love for something like this to happen every month. Every single month. It doesn't matter where you are in the United States of America. This type of shit should happen every single motherfucker. I guarantee you crime would stop. Drug deals would stop. I'm guaranteeing you. But I gotta look and see if, because my son wouldn't survive. He wouldn't. He would start crying. He would not survive. He don't need to be in a place like that. First of all, he too dumb not to commit a crime. He wouldn't. I know he wouldn't. Well, I'll beat his ass. Number two, I would probably put him in the program. I wouldn't put him in nobody's army. I wouldn't do that. I'm not that stupid. However, I would put him in a program like this, and he would probably come to me crying like that. Oh, let's try to treat me. I'm like, well, you know not to do anything dumb now, do you? So, how was the program? I wouldn't have to say much. And I guarantee you, I would guarantee you at least 70% of the crimes that happen anywhere you are, LA, Chicago, Los Angeles, Texas, Florida, no matter where you are. If we have programs like this for young boys, I'm not talking about the cats out of high. It has to start at 9th grade. It has to start 8th and 9th grade. It has to start there. Hell, they got a 13-year-old in there. They got a 12 and a 13-year-old there, right? If we had programs like this, all crime would cease at 7. Lower crime rate. It'll be lower crime rates damn near everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Change this motherfucking name, motherfucker. Change that. What's his name a bit? Tell me what it is. As a matter of fact, hold on to this motherfucker. There you go. Hold on to motherfucker. Hold on. Right. Don't get killed, motherfucker. And you walk with me, motherfucker.
Tell your father to say. Beers that he's sitting up here all tender and shit. I'm gonna tell you what happened to a young, tender motherfucker like you. That I had to clean my motherfucking cell, motherfucker. Wash my drawers and socks, motherfucker. What else out? And you had to suck my motherfucking dick, motherfucker, when my dick get hard. You motherfucker. That's the shit that go on.
Dump that shit too.
Hold on, bitch.
Like you got a fucking problem. That's what.
Let me tell you something else. Your name is Robin, motherfucker. That'll be your motherfucking name. Let me tell you what we do to young, tender motherfuckers in here. We prostitute you, young motherfucker. In other words, you go to the highest bidder, motherfucker. Be it you black, white, Chinese, or candy stripe, motherfucker. You come in this motherfucker around a bunch of miserable motherfuckers that ain't never had no contact with a woman in over 20 motherfucking years. Who you think is the next best thing to a woman in this motherfucker? It'll be your big stinking ass too. Don't get it fucked up. Yeah. That bitch for a box, man. Nah. Cost more than that. I want that. I want the motherfucking box. Look how tender this motherfucker is. Word up. Yeah. Bitch for the box, man. I like his hair. Get here. Wish you would. I give you a trick. Come here, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on to my shirt. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. Come here, little nigga. Bring your little black ass out here, too. You think you gonna go without motherfucker serving your motherfucking ass? You got to be kid. And just because a motherfucker come in and read all them black history books, Malcolm X, all this other dumb shit, don't make me your brother's keeper, motherfucker. That's right, that's the reality. Because it'll be a motherfucker like me that'll dog your punk ass, just like I had that white boy walking up down this motherfucking stage. So what I say to him and the other motherfuckers that I had before me, go for every one of you motherfuckers standing on this motherfucking stage. That's right. Now I'm gonna leave on this note here. Make this your shortest stay inside somebody's motherfucking institution. That's right. And like I said, you got one foot on the banana peel. The other foot is sliding towards somebody's motherfucking institution or inside somebody's motherfucking cemetery. Listen, the choice is yours, motherfucker. That's right.
Hey, what's going on? I mean,
hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah, but just think, it's a real thing. Talk about no gangster talking, no gangsters talking to the youth. What the hell you think that was? He grabbed onto his shirt. It's like, grab onto my shirt, mother. What up, fucking Yo, but just think, bruh. Just think. If we could have something like that on a month-to-month basis, I think all crime rate would cease in due time, and I'm talking about when it comes to the youth. When it comes to the youth, in due time, shit like this, it will cease. Of course, it's going to be crime here, it's going to be crime there. It is what it is, right? But it's going to be lower rate. It's going to be a lower rate crime. Oh, this crazy Chris, the nightmare, man. I looked at that. That made, hell, I didn't, my father never made me look at that. I ended up turning into it myself, and I looked at that back in the day, and I was like, yo, I was 9 years old, and I'm like, what? I was like, I ain't committing no crime. I ain't stealing. I ain't doing none of that. Put it on the... I'm telling you.
Robinson, including HR.
In my head. And my I think the most serious problem that I had to deal with in this prison was keeping my sanity. See, I hear these voices in my head. And my conscience tell me, man, that that's my mother telling me I put myself here.
That's right. That's right. That's all it is.
The persons that love me most, I turned away from, and I listened to the guys on the street. And right now, today, after doing 20 years, I sometimes look in the mirror, man, and you know what I see? I still see that little boy, man.
That's right.
Not listening to his mother.
Do what he said.
If you don't think that this is a real thing, I would ask Chaotic Truth, then what would be your solution? What would be your solution to the problem? It's not just doing what you tell them to do, because it's going to take more than that. You calling them niggers, that's not going to do anything but get them all pissed off at you. I mean, let's be realistic here. What would be his solution, right? Would it be talking to, getting people to regenerate all these programs for the Black youth? What would it be? Do food drives? Help out the elderly? What would be his solution for a better tomorrow? If thugs and gangsters ain't speaking, ain't speaking with the youth, and like I said, this is old as hell, and these are recent ones, but if nothing like this exists, and these are OGs talking to the youth, and you would be surprised who made it and who didn't. You would be surprised.
If you do not wish to be told what to do, then you got to leave here. Because you know why? They tell you when to eat. They tell you when to sleep. They tell you when to lock in. I don't even know if I can do those things on my own anymore.
I understand what he's saying, man.
I'm programmed, man. This place drive you crazy, man. You see the stars at night, man. I ain't seen the stars 20 years.
Let's all now, pay attention now.
Could you imagine, man, watching TV, man, and then McDonald's or somebody come on with a Happy Meal or something like that? I said, Happy Meal? I ain't been happy in years. Just for the record, what kind of time we got up here?
Like 15 to 30. 30 years. 30 years. 25. 25 to life.
Man, the time that you got up here, man, you got over 100 decades over here. That's how much time. You only got about 20 guys up here. And these guys, man, let me tell you something.
You don't see it.
They ain't got no light at the end of the tunnel.
None.
And so they got license to kill. So when you look at a guy the wrong way, you either be ready to kill or be killed. And that's prison. This is a nightmare. You think about what you're doing.
This is a lesson. This is a life learned lesson. But this is just because Chaotic Truth called me out. And I want to prove, and I want everybody to like, share, and subscribe. Share this part of the video to Chaotic and see what he thinks about this. I mean, there are recent ones, but I like this one because, again, I had somebody that looked just like the person across the street. It was too funny. And the fact that this is something that I just truly remember off the top of my brain. And I can show this. I can even show this one to my oldest child and my youngest child. If they have any ideas at all of doing something foul, do something stupid, this is what I can play for them. We're not going off human emotions. We're not going off of none of that. This is a lesson we need to be teaching our children. That if you have any thought, and if you have any thoughts in your brain about doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, don't. Just don't. We don't talk about none of this shit like that. It's getting tired and it's getting old. It's getting old, son. It's getting old. It's getting old quick. And this is where I feel most comfortable in my space. I feel most comfortable here in my lounge. Why? Because I don't have to hear a person make all these excuses of why they can't do something for their community. There's always something to do. Always something to do. But you don't want to do it. If this person tells you what to do, how to do it, and I will help you with it, you don't want to do it because you're looking for validation from somebody else. It doesn't work that way. You're lazy. Get your ass up and do it. Get your ass up and be something of yourself. But no. You want to be up on YouTube all day typing and shit. Typing and getting on your little microphone, which is apparently right here. It's easy to get a microphone and a camera and a laptop or a PC or an Apple or whatever you're using. Pay $25 a month to get on an app like this and start talking shit. Collecting money. I don't collect money off of this shit. Nor do I expect to. If y'all are free to give me something, then you're giving me something based on your heart. And I appreciate it. I would like for you to subscribe channel and become a member so we can continue growing. We can continue growing as a family. But apparently you love shit like this. You love all this grown man. Ain't nothing grown about arguing with another nigga about some bullshit. That's you. Apparently we need to rewind the hands of time, and we need to go back to Scared Straight programs. I think we need to rewind that. Because apparently what I see, you don't have very much time left on this earth. Because number one, you don't talk about God. Number one, you don't talk about God. Let's face it, you don't talk about God. Because if you do, it's very rare. There's no talks about God. There's no mentionings about God. Second thing, you don't talk. Love doesn't even hit your vocabulary because there's no love there. There is no love there. Your love for women, not there. Your love for a man, not there. Y'all talk about, but y'all have the nerve to talk about family structure. You have the nerve to talk about family and not having kids out of wedlock, but yet you getting every woman pregnant. And the woman that obviously is opening her legs to you, she's just as dumb as you are. So y'all both in the wrong, but somehow we got in this program in our minds, fellas, that the onus should be on the woman because she had potentially opened her legs to you, but apparently she can't. A woman cannot get pregnant. Maybe Trish can testify to this. Can a woman get pregnant with or without the dick? Help me out here. Can a woman get pregnant with or without the man's consent? think a woman has to get pregnant by a man sticking his penis into the woman? Usually it's out without the man's consent, and that's called rape. Because you have, because you have it, somebody, it's programmed in your mind that when a woman says no, you start to get a little timid. You start to get into your little feelings, but you never talk about that. You apparently don't like to talk about things. You like to talk about things that feel good. It's not a feel-good moment anymore. A lady just got blasted 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Another one just got blasted the day before. But we don't talk about things like that. Lady, realize this happened, I think, 3 years ago in an apartment where 3 motherfuckers rushed into her apartment. 3 cops rushed into this lady's apartment, saw the knife in her hand, didn't even say freeze. Did not say freeze, just blasted her. Didn't even look at the situation for what it was, just shot her. The lady, I don't even know, I forgot the name. It's in my head, but maybe somebody will tell me. The lady that got blasted when she was bucking naked, right? Potentially they tried to get her man to confess to some shit. When women scream, when they talk about protection, it should be drilled in your head, but you want something extra. Knock it off with all this submission shit. The only thing that I'm gonna tell you who I'm submissive to. I'm submissive to God. You know who my wife is submissive to? God. She ain't submissive to you because you the dumbest son of a bitch on the face of the earth. Just stupid. And not realizing you belong to God. And so does your old lady. Because both of you are taking orders equally. Just like Adam, just like Eve, you are taking orders equally. But you don't see that. You think the man is superior to a woman. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. Why would that be your only? Why would I don't get it? I don't fucking get it. Never will get it. I don't fucking get it. Never will get it. But the shit is getting old to the point where women are not caring anymore. And I don't even know why I say this, but I often say to women, it's like, it's not all men, but that goes on deaf ears. Again, I go back to the program. I go back to the wonderful event that we all shared. The wonderful event that we all shared together as brother and sister as a community. And a couple of white people were there, which was kind of like, but there was no fight. There was no, I gotcha. It was all community based. All of it. And I am so thankful that when a friend of mine gave me text me the flyer, I immediately went down there to the north side of town because I live on the south side. I immediately went down there And I shook hands with nearly everybody in that community. Everybody. Everybody joined hands and sing songs. It was rough. It was a rough time. And I ended up on the news. It's funny because I ended up on the news. Yeah, they spotted my black ass. They spotted my black ass raising up the fists. It was a fun time and a fun moment. And I want everybody to be a part of something. You don't have to be a part of every fucking organization, but be a part of something. Stop listening to JP's stupid ass because he don't know what he's talking about. And stop listening to people like Chaotic Truth's stupid ass because he doesn't know what he's talking about either. He has no solutions whatsoever. None. None. Where can I find that at? Oh, it's right here. It is right here. Let me see if I can do. Here we go.
Just let you think about one thing. Doesn't really matter how much they try to drag.
This visual. Put your hands together, y'all, for State Senator Pat Spearman, y'all. Always.
When she about my body that I don't need to be protected. And how y'all doing? I don't normally say much because everywhere I go, somebody's trying to put a mic in my face and make me sing, and that's cool. But I just want to say real fast, as the only female to be in the microphone today. Hey, lady. Hey. Don't play me. Hey, lady. Hey. Okay, so this is our sister, right? And what happened to her was tragic, was cowardly, was a bunch of BS, all of the above. But I want to just remind all of you all and myself, we ain't no punks out here. So even though I agree, Black women should be protected. Black women do need to be protected. My protection is at work. And he gave me some protection that's under my seat to stand in his place while he's working. I'm not a punk out here. We are not punks out here. There's a lot of things besides the fact that we just watched yet another, and let's not forget that line, yet another Black woman be killed by a police officer. There's a lot of other things we got to keep in mind. Like, I'm standing here holding this mic in my hand, and this body belongs to me. So nobody, whether it's a man or a woman, a governmental office, a politician, nobody's gonna make decisions about this body that I'm standing here holding this microphone. And it may seem contradictory. I'm getting ready to sing this gospel song, and y'all need to know I'm a PK, and I love the Lord more than I love myself, more than I love anything on earth. And I still believe nobody's gonna make a decision about my body that I don't make.
Yes. That's the type of things Black men should be doing at all times. Not just if it's your own woman. If you ain't a woman that ain't understanding why you want to protect other sisters, you got the wrong woman at home anyway. Your woman should be, yes, do that. Carry them groceries, walk her to that door. And brother, we ain't doing it with the antenna, with the motive to hit on them. They got to be able to trust us and know we ain't got no agenda, right? Because Black women got this wall up because they think every man they meet got a motive. And what if, imagine if that sister could have called some brothers, instead of calling the police, she could have called some brothers that looked like her. But you know what? She thought that she probably ain't got no man to call. And that's what I'm saying. When y'all looking like, why are we saying protect Black women? We saying it because our sisters got to feel comfortable enough that in times of distress, they can call some men that's not hot-headed, not cousin that's ready to throw hands, but a man that's absolutely logical. Stay.
We have to come back. 3 weeks from now, what will you be doing? This is what Jesus Christ said. He told us what? To repent and reform your hearts. Come back to God, because our iniquities is what's separating us from God. Read on.
And your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear.
It says that he will not hear. So what I want every single one of y'all to meditate on, right? The scriptures say that we are God's chosen people. The scriptures say that we are the Israelites. But God is waiting for us to reform our hearts. We have to stop with the things we see going on in the black community. We dying on two fronts. Sonia Macy being killed was killed by what? The oppressor. But how many black men and black women got killed by our own people? These are the things that we refuse to acknowledge. The marijuana in the community, the drugs in the community, the gangbanging in the community, the sexual promiscuity in the community. Why do we not come together to reform our hearts and to return back to the Lord? His hand is not short that it cannot save, but we must acknowledge these things. Because guess what? God brought us to this place for what? Our disobedience.
Because of our disobedience.
And the only way we're going to leave this place is when we decide to no longer be disobedient. That's the reality of the situation, brothers and sisters. Give me Lamentations 4:17, real quick. Because our brothers from the Nation of Islam said a lot of great things, right? That came from scripture. And everything that our brothers and sisters have been saying up here is rooted in scripture. It's rooted in the word of God, right? We hear things going on about politics, Kamala Harris, things like that. This is not what's gonna solve it. That's the reality. The definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting what? A different result. Read that. Lamentations 4 and verse 17 for me. Lamentations 4 and verse 17. We're going to show you real quick. Read that.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help.
The Bible says our eyes have failed for our vain help. The vain help is the judicial system. The vain help is the Democratic Party, the Republican Party. This is our vain help. Why? Because we are still seeing black men and black women dead in the street as a result of the judicial system that we trust in. The Bible says it is vain help. Why? Because God is saying that is not the solution to your plight. It's not. Read.
And are watching.
And are watching for what? A solution, right? We thought Obama was the next Moses, right? Now they're trying to put what? Another black face in front of us, like Kamala Harris, right? Read.
And are watching. We are watched for a nation that could not save us.
You see what the Bible says? The Bible says this nation cannot save you, brothers and sisters. We were not brought here to America for salvation. I want y'all to understand that. Amen. This is not our home. No. We have forgotten that we even have a home.
Yes.
God said he has a kingdom prepared for his children. You have a home that God will give you if you just return to him in righteousness. That's the reality, brothers and sisters. Yes. This is Babylon that you read about in the scripture. Yes. This is the den of Satan. Yes. Y'all live in Las Vegas. What is Vegas called? Do y'all know what Vegas is called? Sin City. So guess what? That's letting you know this land was not built on righteousness. So how expect righteousness to come from it? They killed our ancestors and built a courthouse on top of their bones.
Yes, yes.
And then speak to us justice. I want y'all to really meditate on these things. The Bible says solution. So in closing,
no justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
That was real good. I almost slipped and cussed, y'all.
Listen, y'all, Stretch invited me to be here today because we are kids, right? And quite frankly, every time this happens, I see my sister, I see my brother, I see my cousin. With Sonia, I'm reminded of my sister Courtney. My sister Courtney is 33, has cerebral palsy. Cognitively, Courtney's probably 17. This could have happened to my sister. This did happen to my sister. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so unfortunate that we have to keep convening under these circumstances because of a system that is intent on dehumanizing and extinguishing us, quite honestly. Every time we have law enforcement kill an unarmed black person, I think about what my friend Brittany Pecknett Cunningham says. She says, when you build an institution out of slave patrols, its character will always be violent towards the descendants of the enslaved. That's the reality. That's right. We are looking at state-sanctioned violence here, y'all. And quite honestly, we should all be outraged. I want to pivot to comment slightly on some of the actions that you can take beyond today, because we're not going to change this system overnight, okay? My friend Patrina says all the time, we're trying to build political power with no community power. And you've heard semblance of that in everyone's remarks today. So I want to give you some actual, tangible ways to start building your community power so that we can have political power and we don't have any more Sonia Massey's or Tamir Rice's or Eric Garner's, or the names go on and on and on, okay? I want you to start by saying hi to people. We are here because it started with a hi. 65 years ago, you couldn't go to that Las Vegas Strip. And it was Brother Dr. McMillan, who was the president of the NAACP at the time, who organized a protest and said, this is no longer acceptable. Now, they didn't have a protest because they met at the Moulin Rouge and talked about how it was no longer economically viable for them to continue to let Black folks be outside of the Strip, and that if they continued, they were going to protest on the Strip. They decided it was in their best interest to start letting Black folks come to the Strip. But all of that organizing started with saying hello to somebody. If you are so caught up in your digital world and not taking the time to expand your actual circle, you are not of service to the movement. So start saying hi to somebody. Say hello. It's that simple. Second thing you can do, find you an organizing home. I'm with the NAACP Las Vegas. You don't have to join me. I got my friends at NAN here. I got my friends at New Era over here. My sister from Love Inc. is back here. There's all kinds of folks that are building power for our communities. And there's too much help always. I mean, too much work always, and never enough help. Find the thing that you can do. And I'll tell you, at the NAACP, you don't need to run everything by me. I need leaders. I need leaders who care about Black people and want to make measurable change in our community. Okay? Don't come to the NAACP and ask me to give you every guide along the way. I need you to come and lead, because that's what our communities need. I don't have every good idea. I'm best used as support. You need a community center, you need some money, hit me up, right? But I need leaders to help me mobilize our community to action so that we are inspiring care in one another, inspiring care in one another, inspiring care in one another. Do you hear me? Because there's a void of care in our communities. Have you checked on your neighbor this week? Did you say hi to your neighbor this week? Do you just run by certain community centers just to pop in? Check on folks. Do you send random text messages just to say, hey? That's building camaraderie, okay? Third thing you can do is listen. The biggest lesson I've learned as president of this branch is that most people just want to be heard. I get calls all the time. Somebody call me the N-word at Walmart. I'm not gonna run every racist out of Nevada. It's not gonna happen. I need y'all's help, okay? But what I can do is give somebody 15 to 20 minutes on the phone to tell me how that made them feel, so that they know I'm invested in what they experienced, and that I'm invested in making sure it don't happen no more. Most people just want to be heard. So when you saying hi, be willing to listen, because that is how we build community. And then that is when we can do stuff like shut down the Strip and say the police ain't gonna kill no more people in our community. That's when we can go to Carson City and say, you know what, rent's going too damn high. Y'all got to wait a minute. Okay? We want our babies to have universal child care or pre-K. When we can agree on those things by having buy-in in each other, then it's no longer a request, it's the standard. It's the standard. So please do those three things. Say hi, find you an organizing home, and listen. Thank you.
So nobody can stand right here because it's your benefit. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not going to be long. I think we've heard probably 4 or 5 sermons, but I'm going to hopefully reiterate the call.
Like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is something that we need. We don't need no more of this rah-rah stuff, right? And I'm not saying specifically all channels do that, right? There are some good ones. And I know there's frustration amongst our brothers and amongst our sisters too. But something like this is, we truly need. We truly need to stand tall for all of our sakes.
To action. I don't know if you all heard about 2 minutes ago, there were some people who are allergic to common sense and allergic to intelligence who pulled up at the light and just started blowing a horn because they were fascinated with that technology. But we know better. Amen?
Amen.
We know better. And it doesn't really matter how much they try to drown out our voices, as long as we keep talking, as long as we keep marching, as long as we keep on keeping on, ain't nothing they can do about it. And that's what.
When they did that, I really wanted to put down my phone and throw several rocks at those cars, but it does no good. It gets me in trouble, but overall, you just have to keep moving on.
Makes them upset. When you don't sink to their level and when they can't deter you, that's what makes them upset. So the next time they do that, I hope y'all hear me out there. It's a horn. It's been around for a while. And I promise you, if you don't blow it, it will still work tomorrow. Not really able to look at the entire clip because I thought to myself, this is not 1913, 1955. What is this? What is this about? And having served in the military police branch, I know for a fact that what that officer did was not only uncalled for, but it was illegal. And it is my firm hope and belief that he will be treated like other murderers and justice will take place.
That's right.
But we cannot leave here tonight without making up our minds that we will do one thing. I've heard some people say do three things, but I'm going to ask you to do one thing. I'm just going to pause and just let you think about one thing that you will do tonight when you leave here that will make a difference. Just one thing. And that's one thing for the rest of the month, one thing for the rest of the year, one thing. Commit yourself to one thing. That one thing should now be a part of you and of everything that you do going forward. It should be that. I'm gonna hand the mic back to Minister Stretch, but I just want to leave it just this much. This much.
I said what I said. I hope to God that he's on tomorrow, and I'm going to give this to him myself. And I am going to, and obviously Sharon too, but both him and Sharon got issues. I'm not going to fight with anybody. I'm not going to fight with anyone. I'm just going to simply say this. You can think whatever you want to think. If you think you are solution-based, with clearly you're not a solution-based type of person, because you want people to think outside the box. And that is something that is not going to happen. Outside of the Black community, of course. You want people that think outside the box. To have better goals and better aims. It's not just be about Black in this country. It's about being American. It's about being a human being. Well, sir, they weren't treating us like human beings before. What's so different now? Technology. That's the only thing that is separating the men from the boys. The truth from the lie. It's technology. And who is in control of technology? It ain't Black people. We don't even have we can't even compete at a higher level than these people. As these people that they keep sneaking into the freaking country. But no, these are the same people that you vote for. Every 4 years, you vote for these people. Every 4 years, you beg and you plead for other black people to vote for people who don't give a damn about your situation at all. Unless you got money that you're willing to sacrifice. But no one is willing to sacrifice anything because it's just so selfish. They're thinking of their selfish ways. They're thinking about the next time that the next pair of Jordans are going to come out. Or they're putting rims on a car that the engine is so fucked up. But again, the only thing that matters to y'all at this point is when is Umar Johnson going to open up the school? When is Umar Ifatunde gonna get married? He talks about family, but he's not married. When the fuck does it matter if you are married or not? Y'all don't preach marriage. Y'all don't preach God, and you definitely don't preach marriage. What type of hypocrites are you? So I say that to say this. Wonder about your own selves, right? And the chaotic, I'm going to get with you sooner than you think. Especially if you're on tomorrow. I'm going to wait. I'm definitely going to wait. I ain't got no beef with nobody. But the bullshit has got to stop. If I have to do this on my own, I'll do this on my own. But this shit will stop. One way or the other. Care about people. I'm going to do this little promotion and I'm getting up out of here. The rest of y'all, I want to thank y'all for coming by. Being with a brother is short notice. And let's do these promotions.
Get ready for the most glamorous event of the year, the U2B Streets Awards 2025, February 9, 2025, at Laban Midtown, located at 641 West 42nd Street, New York City. Join us at 12 p.m. for the pre-show red carpet extravaganza and a chance to win $500 in our fashion contest. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., enjoy the gold tier experience with speakeasy confessionals, press interviews, and premium cocktails. At 4 p.m., the platinum tier includes performances, a comedic host, an award ceremony, dinner, and gift bags. From 8 p.m., the diamond tier features a VIP after party with a DJ, aerial dance, fire performances, and gift bags. 24 YouTube categories. And many nominees. Can't attend in person? Stream the entire event live on Hush and Move Media via Uscreen for just $9.99. Get your early bird tickets before September 15, 2024. Visit now. Be a sponsor. Be extraordinary. Be there. Be great.
See y'all people.